I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything.
He destroys. My mouth speaks the praise of Yah, and let all flesh bless his set apart name forever and
And
ever.
never. All praise.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praise to the Most High.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Praise
Man,
Yah,
all
man.
praise to the Most
Praise the
High,
Most
Praise
High.
man.
y'all. Praise y'all.
Hey, y'all nasty, boy. Y'all nasty, man. Y'all know how to get somebody's spirit jump. Hallelujah.
All praise.
Hallelujah, man. I'm telling you, man.
Selling they soul, liquor and dope. Letting go of the rope, young and the old, slippery slope. Proverbs 1 and 24 is the cause of our woes. We don't even know. So many in the city lack a father. Ain't no winning till we turn back to the Father. No quitting, remain willing to go harder. Further,
You got good people out there. You still got to follow the commandments.
the money come with problems and we got no way to solve them. If you got it, then you got them. Best believe that, bro. Open up the Bible, you will find yourself
And
inside
this
it.
is the message which we have heard from him and announced to you, that Elohim is light, and in him is no darkness at all.
In the scriptures, love life and put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to.
I was thinking we actually, since you said that, I was looking at Psalm 66, and that's what is going on. You know,
Just trying to put the Father over everything, yeah, yeah, yeah. Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. Could care less about the power. You could keep the rings. I'm just trying to put the Father over.
That's when that lust kick in, man. You always got to be dealing with that fight, that daily flesh fight every day.
every
Every
day.
day.
Rules look strange to Americans. They ain't used to seeing Torah keeping people with no Satan in them. Some of us only keep the
I was
laws
able
and
to
our
connect
actions.
to
Other
one of our
family members got
elders
the
in
fingers on the
Africa
linens. Who wants
of
to
the
know the
Limba
truth till
tribe.
we discover the truth? In that days we be doing something different. We follow the Abba to the T with no permission. Wrestling for blessings like you code, we on a mission. Fully understanding we're the vehicle to bring the truth to others while maintaining that Yahuwah is the engine. I don't think you heard me. I said y'all must be the engine. The Messiah came in his name. He is on one accord with him. In this land of kid, I'm always second guess doctrine that's polytheistic and not keeping the Father central. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. Could care less about the
I don't think the Most High
power.
made a
You
mistake.
keep the
That's how I look
rings.
at it.
I'm just
He
trying
knew
to
what was
put the
going on. He knew what he was
Father
going to do.
over
He knew how it was
everything.
going to play out. You know what I'm saying? He
Right on.
declared the end from the beginning. So if it went like that,
That's
it
how
meant
it
to
was
go
supposed
that
to
way.
Go
go.
like that.
Less about the power, you could keep the rings. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything, yeah, yeah, yeah. Father over everything, Father over everything. Power, you could keep the rings. Father over everything, yeah, yeah,
But I know y'all Hebrews, and I know it's late. So Shabbat Shalom. I love y'all, man.
I
Love,
Oh,
love
bro.
you
Too,
too.
bro.
most high, yeah.
Love, brothers.
Hey, Shabbat.
All right. All praise to the Most High.
That's for sure. Yeah.
All praises.
All right. Psalms 5. Give ear to my words, O Yahoo. Consider my meditation. Attend to the voice of my cry, my sovereign and my Elohim. For unto you I pray. O Yahoo, in the morning you hear my voice. I present myself to you in the morning, and I look up. For you are not an ill taking delight in wrong, nor does evil sojourn with you. The boasters do not stand before your eyes. You hate all workers of wickedness. You destroy those speaking falsehood. Yahuwah loathes a man of blood and deceit. But I enter into your house in the greatness of your loving commitment. I bow myself towards your set apart Hekel in your fear. Oh Yah, lead me in your righteousness because of those watching me. Make your way straight before my face. For there is no stability in their mouth. In their inward parts is destruction. Their throat is an open burial site. They flatter with their tongue. Declare them guilty, O Elohim. Let them fall by their own counsel. Thrust them away for their many transgressions, because they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because you shelter them. And let those who love your name exalt in you. For you bless the righteous, O Yahuwah. You surround him with favor as with the shield. Hallelujah. Praise Yah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Praise.
Praise Yah.
Yeah, that was
Look
nice.
at it. All right, let's see.
So we'll get back to it. Like I said, this one kind of took a turn, but for the good, all praises. But we still gonna deal with that same topic. A man's obedience determines his household, right?
Okay.
And what is his evil?
Right.
We dealt with what is his good last week. Let's deal with what is his evil this week. And matter of fact, start us back off on that Sirach 18:8, so we'll refresh ourselves. And then don't forget you
Hey, I just wanted to point out this verse 8 real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
It said, "Oh yeah, lead me in your righteousness because of those watching me." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times, man, when the Most High leads you into His righteousness, I'm just gonna give a little quick testimony, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All praise to the Most High that we together like this. But like when you challenge me on the Sabbath day, right?
Mm-hmm.
On when it start and all that, and then during that, it showed me that Friday night is like preparation day for the Sabbath, right?
Right.
So when the Most High say, "Lead me into your righteousness because of those watching me," you know what I'm saying? Make your way straight before my face. And you think about that. When you think about preparing your meal, whatever you got to do, that way on the Sabbath, you ain't got nothing to do, right? So after that, now my daughter and my lady, they cook Friday night. And on the Sabbath, I ain't got nothing to do. Man, my house been running so good since that. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a witness, because like my lady, she in her house coat all day. I'm chilling in my, whatever. My little outfit or whatever. I'm chilling all day, and my household is ran better because of that one thing. You know what I'm saying? Preparing my food, got that crock pot. I just wanted to get that testimony because like I said, "Oh yeah, lead me in your righteousness because of those watching me."
Right.
And this for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? If you just try it. Just try it. If you got a crock pot, man, have somebody cook that food that night before, even if they ain't cooking. Go get you something to eat and wake up, man, put that food in that crock pot. You can eat on it all day. You ain't gotta do no work. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta move your arm to do nothing. And it's a way of obeying.
Right.
But at the same time, it's a blessing from the Most High that that we ain't gotta cook, ain't gotta go get nothing. You know what I'm saying? It frees me up from my time. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get that quick testimony though.
All praises.
Praises.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, ain't nothing like that peace, then you get that peace, walking in the
you get
right
that
way,
peace.
So. Right. Yeah, all praises.
And that's why we talking about that, right? A man's obedience determines his household. And when you say those watching me, those in your household are watching you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
you already been talking about who's the head of the household, right? So those in your household watching you, and they say, "Well, he ain't doing this accordingly, so why should I?" Right? Because he's the head, right?
Right.
But just like you said,
Right.
once you took a hold of that, man, and had that understanding that the Most High say, "Man, I gave you this preparation day for a reason," right? After that, what you say, the house
Mhm.
running even more smoothly, right?
Even more smoothly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It
Oh,
keep a lot of stuff out of the way. Where you ain't, what we eating today, or that crock pot up there full. I can eat on it all day long. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gotta cook no breakfast, ain't gotta cook no dinner, ain't gotta do none of it. It's just there for me to go and get fat. That's it. And rest for the day, and read the word with my brothers. That's what we do.
oh,
So
praise.
just
I'm
want to
having
get
some
that
hot
testimony.
man.
Man's
Right?
obedience determines his household. Praise God.
Right, yeah. Hey, I'm thinking about what's in that crock pot. I'm like, man, I want some. You
Man,
know what I'm talking
Hey,
man,
I
it's
guarantee
fire
it ain't
too,
no
right?
juice. I guarantee it ain't no juice blend. What you supposed to be on. Okay. I'm gonna leave your juicing alone, dog. I'm gonna leave you alone with your juicing, dog. I'm kidding.
Hey, let's
You
get to
said
the
hit that.
lesson now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, let's
Hey,
get
what was that?
18 and 8. Let's get a refresh one time.
18 and 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is man? And where to serves he? What is his good? And what is his evil?
Okay, so we dealt with what is man and where church serves he, right? Last week we dealt with what is his good. So this week we're gonna deal with what is his evil, right?
Right, right.
Right.
Okay. Exodus 20. You want to start it out, yeah, man?
Yeah, I saw it though.
1 through 3, dog.
All right.
1 through 3.
Gotcha. And Elohim spoke all these words, saying, I am Yahuwah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of slavery. You have no other mighty ones against my face.
And let's stop it right there. We can literally just stop this right here and just talk about this one verse, right? Because this goes on across the world. All these mighty ones against the most high faith, right? And this is the first commandment he put on us. Oh, I said this discussion, it kind of took a turn, but a turn for the good. Praise God. Let's get to it.
Praise. All right. Sirach 40, 1 through 10.
All right. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of men, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things.
Come on. And the Most High said, great travail, nothing minor, right? For every man.
Right.
Not just
then,
the righteous man. What about the righteous man? Nah?
Every man, not every man. Great travail.
And I want to say it says, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb. So even like, when you were a kid, you know what I'm saying? You're going through this travails too. Spiritual warfare.
Coming straight out the mother's womb, man. Think about some of the women that have a baby, but the baby might be tied around the neck around the umbilical cord and all that.
Right.
That's already a baby going through great travail before it even know it's going through travail, right?
Yes, sir. Their imaginations of things to come and the day of death troubled their thoughts and caused fear of heart.
That's a part of that travail right there, right? The imagination of things to come, the day of your death, right? When you think about that thing, it's gonna trouble your heart, like But every man pointed to death, though, right?
Yes, sir.
That don't necessarily mean it make it easy to think about, though, right?
Right. And like you say, their imagination of things to come. I mean, we see what's going on in the world now. When you think about it, that's a scary thing too. You know what I'm saying? And then reading the script where it say Babylon gonna fall. Hey, That means, you know, you got family, you got loved ones, you know, you got to think about all type of stuff.
You know, and it says their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know, like, you know, I like even, you know, I can't, you know, before coming into the truth and all that, like, you know, we thought about death and we wasn't sure we was gonna go, and we did. But I ain't gonna lie, like since I've been in the truth, it's more or less my main thing is just doing what I have to do to be right. Cause you know that expectation, you know that we know if we do right, we get rewarded. But more or less, you know, coming into the truth, you kind of understand you got, you know, what to do to, you know, that what you need to do to make it. But before the truth is like those trouble, you know, those thoughts do kind of trouble you, but they don't trouble me as much if it makes sense. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
Right.
right.
It's just
You
that,
know,
like you said, don't trouble us. But we still don't want to die. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Every day is a blessing in the land of the living, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
so you
look
get it
at
right.
the Messiah.
Right.
Father, would you take this cup away from me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sweat and blood. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From him that sits on a throne of glory unto him that is humble in the earth and ashes.
Man, the highest man to the lowest man.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm. From him that wears purple and a crown unto him that is clothed with a linen frock.
Man.
Like you say, from the highest to the
Clean,
lowest.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Clean and dirty.
Right. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep, do change his knowledge.
Mm. Change his knowledge, right?
Right. What
Change
you
his
mean by
knowledge. Man, I mean, just think about it. Wrath and envy and trouble and unquietness, fear of death, all that stuff. And then, you know, you sitting at your bed, sitting on your bed, you thinking about these things, they're going to change your knowledge.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
And when you actually go to sleep at night and you have one of those crazy dreams, you feel me? Like you'll wake up and be having, you know, one of them dreams where you just running from something all, you know, the whole dream. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It changed your knowledge because you're not a man of fear to be running from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because your knowledge and your understanding is in the Most High, right? But when you have basically what they call a nightmare, it changed your knowledge because you know what I'm saying. When you awake, you don't even think like that, right?
Right. Most High might give you a dream that you in the lake of fire, right? You'll change some things when you wake up.
Man,
I gotta stop doing this or doing that. Let me get it right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A little or nothing is his rest. And afterward, he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch. Trouble in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle.
Right.
That's that heart beating real fast, right?
Man.
Right.
Like you said, you just had a crazy nightmare and woke up and like, whoa, you know. Man. That's that verse 7. Go ahead, my bad. I'm jumping ahead.
Good. When all is safe, he awakens and marvels that the fear was nothing. Yes, sir. That's that nightmare. Oh, there you go. Such things happen unto all flesh.
Right.
Some flesh, some flesh.
All flesh.
Man, unto all flesh. Both man and beast. Look at that. Everything in his word. Like you ever seen a dog sleeping? He's running.
Right.
You know
I was just going to say that. I'll praise it. Yeah. They be trying to get away from something, right?
It's something.
Yeah.
And my dog used to be sleeping, just making like some noises in the sleep. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I see everything in his word, man. Everything you see, you can find even these animals having dreams. That's crazy, huh?
Right.
Right here in his word. Right here in his word, man. We'll take that from 8 again. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
Come on, so that
Oh,
little nightmare that you had,
sevenfold.
it was sevenfold more on the sinner. That means you woke up, you never was really harmed in your nightmare. That sinner, they shot an arrow at that sinner and it touched him in his dream sevenfold, man. They shoot an arrow, at you in your dream, man, and you dodge it every time. Every time.
I'm trying to think. Okay, and am I wrong? Because is it also saying like maybe if you was knee deep in some wickedness, you gonna have more nightmares than the righteous man, or was that what it's saying too, or no?
I mean, you could say that too. Most High give you a dream or whatever. Let me mess with him in his sleep so he can see what he did, or like sometimes like you go to bed with something on your mind. Because I remember when I was little, man, I didn't even see. I think it was the giant alligator or something. I think it was a giant alligator. I had a nightmare about that mud because I was thinking about it before I went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
you think about something that you did, you mess around, fall asleep.
Okay. So basically, like you fall like if you in some in his word and stuff, you going most likely you falling asleep dealing with the words, so you might have some sweet sleep. But go ahead. What was you about to say?
Or
Yeah.
you said just thinking about it before you went to sleep, or like I said, what we consume, what you was listening to, what you was watching
Exactly.
on TV. You might have been watching Power before you went to sleep, and now all you gonna see is violence in your in your nightmares. But again, this same sinner was watching Power before he went to sleep, but when them bullets start flying, they actually touching that center. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay, what you said. Okay. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sake came the flood.
Death, bloodshed, strife, and the sword. Because the Most High didn't create death, right?
You read that.
Came later.
Right.
Right.
All
right. Praises. All right. Isaiah 5.
We talking about our man right here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Our man go through it. Isaiah 5, 18 through 21. You want to keep going now? Because we start it up.
I'll go ahead up. Woe to those who draw crookedness with cords of falsehood, and sins as with wagon ropes.
As with wagon ropes, like they pulling sin with them, right? It's gonna make it down this street.
Right.
Who are saying, let him hurry, let him hasten his work, so that we see it. And let the counsel of the set apart one of Israel draw near and come, so that we know.
Thank all praises to the Most High, right? Because just like I forget who said, but it's always saying that Israel need a sign, and now we see the wicked. They need even more signs. They say, man, let them hurry. They're telling the Most High to hurry. Think about it. Let them hurry and hasten so that we see it. They got to see it, right? That's why Mashiach said, hey, when he was talking to Shimeon, I think, he's like, hey, man, blessed are those who don't see and believe, right?
Right.
Some of these things, they got to see it. They need to see it. You know what I'm saying? To know it. Go ahead, right?
And then by the time you see it, it might be too late, man.
Might be. It is too late, right?
Man.
That's where that belief kick in. That's what belief is about, right? What's that definition of belief in Hebrews? Come on.
Man, the believer with the things unseen are?
Right, Doc. So that's why once it's dead, it's too late, Doc.
Mm-hmm. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness.
Look at these.
Who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Wait back on you.
See if they can take you for a walk.
Hey, Doc, and that's what it is in this world, continuously, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got hey Marv, you're getting the thing off the mic.
I got it.
Okay. All right, we back at it.
Okay, so yeah, that's what it is in this world continuously, right? Everything that's evil, they call good. Again, even back to what we consume from the radio and TV, right? The majority of it is evil. What the people call it. That's a good song. Oh, that's a good movie. Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, well, I ain't look at it that way, man. Dang.
Right. Let them show some righteous things on TV, right? They ain't gonna want to deal with it. They call evil.
Man, that channel turned quick.
Man, that channel turned quick.
Real fast.
Right.
Dang. Now I gotta say, yeah, I be watching that Wicked show or something now. I can't say it's a good show, huh? You know? I'm keeping it real. We watch TV, so it's like I can't say, man, it was a good show, but they was out. I gotta say, yeah, Wicked show. I gotta say what it is.
It's wicked. That's what them. I know some brothers. They be watching The Boys, talking about it's a good show. That's so blasphemous.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I know brothers that be watching Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? They be like,
yeah. I'm definitely guilty of that power. I'm definitely guilty on that power. You know what I'm talking about? Look, my woman, she was watching that thing what's that, Steve?
What you say, Steve?
I got stuck in Power Deep. I didn't watch about every episode on time.
But then we turn around
on time, bro.
Hey, then we turn around and be like, man, that was a good episode right there. I wonder what's gonna happen next, right? We over here calling evil good. Somebody just got killed in the episode. You talking about
that's what I'm saying. It kind of sets you up to root for the bad guy. Because even though the cops is kind of hitting at these drug dealers, everybody's like, man, I hope you don't get caught. But then you got to remind yourself that it's a movie, or it's a TV show. And us, we know that ain't something we doing. We ain't gonna go out there in the streets and do nothing like that. But it's a lot of younger kids that's the type of life that they like, yeah, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they getting the wrong ideal out of it. But it's all about your mind state when you're watching stuff like that.
Yeah, gotta have a sober mind, so you can deal with this spiritual battles on a daily. Yeah.
And then real quick, they done snuck that damn homosexuality, so homosexual stuff in that power too.
Oh yeah, I can't respect. I was real disappointed in 50 because I've been a big fan of 50, even down to his books. I read a lot of his books. Man, that when I kind of seen that they threw that in there, I was like, man, somebody else was they was in his ear behind that because it ain't even seem right. You know what I mean? Like he ain't. I don't know.
And that
didn't sit right with me at all.
Hey, they gonna put that in everything you watch, though. They gonna put it on your commercials, everything you watch. That's that putting that darkness for light right there. You feel me?
Right.
Light for darkness, because they ain't gonna promote no thriving heterosexual relationship. You feel me, on none of these shows. So that's them they putting darkness for light when they put the gay stuff on there, and light for darkness when they don't promote no beautiful heterosexual relationship. Even when you take it back to Power, why the main character and his woman couldn't stay together, right? That's putting that light.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Mm. Man, so we get back.
Then you
Yeah,
then you
man.
fight.
Go ahead.
Then you hoping for wickedness. Hoping for, you know what I'm saying? You hoping for wickedness at that point when you're watching these shows.
Right.
Yeah. All right, well, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for...
Sweet for better. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Or Mike? Okay.
Yeah.
You
I
there,
got
young
one
man?
more. Yeah, I got one more, right? 21, right?
Yeah.
Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes and clever in their own sight. I want to say something real quick. Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes. I want to just, give it up to brothers, man. Like you said, we seen, like, we call these shows great. That was a good show. Now we like, damn, now we got to examine ourselves. It's good that brothers can see that. Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes and clever in their own sight. So brothers, was able to humble themselves and be like, man, I gotta stop doing this, and not just say, well, I'm not the Most High. No, I don't mean that's good. You know what I mean? So all praise to that.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
Right on. All praises.
Bringing in every thought into subject into the mind of Christ. Right.
And that's a good point. You said examine ourselves. We're gonna read a little bit of that later. All praises, man.
All right.
Let's say, woe to those who wise in their own sight and clever, wise in their own eyes and clever in their own sight, right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the stubborn children. Say it again.
Oh no, I'm about to say you got it. Yeah.
Okay. Woe to the stubborn children, declares Yahuwah, to make counsel, but not from me, and to devise plans, but not of my spirit, in order to add sin to sin.
And that's what they doing. When you start being wise in your own eyes and clever in your own sight, you evil and you add sin unto sin, right? Because you said, forget what the Most High counsel is. This is what I'm gonna do, right? So now that's adding sin on sin, because the first sin you did is say, forget what the Most High said do, and the next sin is said, I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's adding sin upon sin, man.
And that's what Eve did, right? She still ate the apple, man. Forget what the Most High said not to eat from this tree, but I'm gonna eat from it anyway. And that's what it is. We deny wise in our own eyes. All praise,
Yeah. Because she saw the fruit was pleasant to her sight. Same thing here.
Right.
Desirable.
You know what I'm saying? Desirable. All right. Sirach 5. Chapter 5.
Hey, hold on before you read that. That's a good point. Like you say, bring up Eve, because like you say, she saw it was desirable. She liked it. Forget what the Most High said. I like that.
Right.
You deal with that.
Right. All right. 5:2. Follow not your own mind and your strength to walk in the ways of your heart. Is the heart wicked, right?
Man, we're gonna read that later too. Go ahead.
Straight up.
And say not, who shall control me for my works?
Come on, that's when we said sin upon sin. That's a sin right there. You basically telling the Creator, you can't control me. You're gonna control me for my works. Come on.
Right. For Yahuwah will surely revenge your pride. Right? We got that question mark.
That means it's for sure. But he was sure.
Right.
I mean, that's for sure. Right?
Surely revenge your pride, right? Pride is something else, right? Say not, I have sinned. And what harm has happened unto me? For Yahuwah is long suffering. He will in no wise let you go.
And that's a patient Elohim right there. Praise God.
Patient, not patient. Why you think America's still here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Say not, we have sinned in America. and what harm gonna come unto us. Hey, Babylon gonna fall. It's written. It's already written.
Right? And it won't come back void.
Won't come back void. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
So concerning your atonement, concerning grace, right? Like, oh yeah, I know Mashiach atoned for my sin. So let me do this, but I'm gonna try not to do it again. Come on, man.
Right.
Because that's how people act and especially in Christianity, right? You know, I remember in Christianity how I used to walk. Before I even committed the sin, I was like, oh, forgive me, I know I ain't supposed to do this, but she looking real hot right now. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up, yeah.
And then turn around and say, okay, forgive me. You know?
All right. And say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sin.
Wow. That's adding sin upon sin, right?
Right.
You saying, oh, the Most High is merciful. He ain't worried about this one sin. Oh, and then you sinned again. He ain't worried about that, you know. Oh, okay, yeah, he ain't worried about that. He is merciful. Come on, man. We know how great his mercy is now. That's just like if any human being did that to you, you'd be like, you taking advantage of me. So we need to examine it.
Right,
Take advantage of the Most High.
For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rests upon sinners.
Come on, man. So people need to understand that. Yes, mercy comes from the Most High, but what else comes from the Most High? Wrath.
The wrath. He said, don't sleep on me now.
Don't sleep on me now.
He said, mercy and wrath come from him, man.
Right. Make no tarrying to turn to Yahuwah, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahuwah come forth. And he said, make no tarrying. Oh, I'm gonna serve the Most High next week.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna get it right next week. Oh, I ain't gonna do this no more, man.
Hey, you know, when you was in the world, they always say, you know, I ain't ready yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why you ain't ready yet? What you doing?
Right.
You know, I used to say that too. You know, well, you ain't ready yet. Why not? You too knee deep in some wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you want to do some more wickedness. You don't think the Most High ain't looking at that?
Right.
Make no tarry to turn y'all to Yahuwah. Don't wait. Don't say next week. And you got to turn to the Most High now and cry out to him now. If you're going through something right now, you got to turn to him now. Even if you ain't going through nothing.
Exactly.
Still turn to him.
Even if he bless you with that understanding and knowledge right now, like, hey man, my wrath is coming. You better turn now. You feel me? Because he let you know. And you know, just like that scripture say, man, you better off if you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But knowing, you know, that it's gonna be much worse on you, pretty much.
Even if the Most High give you something, you still turn to him. Because, you know, Paul said, what he say? The goodness from the Most High to lead you to repentance, right? So you can't put it off from day to day. You know, you got to praise the Most High and love him every day. Thank you for creation. Thank you for allowing me to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Little bitty thing. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahuwah come forth, and in your security you shall be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
And that was an extra verse we read, but it was still good. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. You said 7, huh?
I said 7, my bad. It's all good.
Okay. All right, Proverbs. You want to read something, Steve? Verse 3.
I'm about to say, Steve just started talking today. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, baby steps.
That's what I figured I asked you, you know?
It's all good.
Hey, y'all can hear
Proverbs. Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm driving right now.
Okay. Proverbs 3, 6 through 7.
I can read it out.
Okay, go ahead, Al.
All right. Know him in all your ways, and he makes all your paths straight.
Mm.
Do not,
What it mean to know him in all your ways, though?
man, consider him everything you do.
Right.
Everything you do. Everything you do.
Mm-hmm. And if you know him in all your ways, what do you say he do?
So he stay in you out?
Now you say he makes
Make
all
your path straight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. I was
think
going
about
to say that.
think about the type of path we've been walking on before we came to the truth. Crooked paths, right?
Yeah, it's a narrow road, right?
So
you gotta walk straight.
So,
narrow, fire on the what, right? Water on the left, you know?
Right.
Do not be.
Like,
go ahead,
no, go ahead. I was just gonna reference this next verse. Like what Shag said, how we walked before we came into this truth. We was wise in our own eyes.
Right.
So go ahead.
That's a fact. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear Yahuwah and turn away from evil.
Wow. So now we seeing being wise in your own eyes is evil. That's evil. Right?
Yeah.
That's why he said, woe to those wise in their own eyes and clever in their own sight, because it's evil, man. That's still these same ones calling good evil, evil good.
So that's the one that talked about me put these gloves on so my fingerprints won't get on this.
Hey.
That being wise in your own eyes, right?
Come on, right? Come on. All right, back to 22, Isaiah 5 and 22. Let's get back to it. You know, if he ain't talking, they kicked him out.
What we reading out? 22 through what?
We read 22 through 24.
Okay, let's see. He might hop in when I get there. Woe to the mighty to drink wine, and brave men to mix strong drink. Who declares right the wrong for a bride? Who declares right the wrong for a bride? So like we just talked about with 50 Cent doing his show. Like how he wasn't with that gay stuff out, and then he probably took a bribe out to put that stuff in his show.
That's a good point though, straight up. If we want to take it, like that's a good point.
Right. You see a whole lot of that now. A lot of people selling out, even though they don't agree with this LGBT agenda, but they taking the bag out to promote the wickedness.
Exactly. And you know it got to be a bribe or getting that bag to promote that wickedness. What else would it be?
Okay, y'all still see it on the screen?
Yes, sir.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, we see it. Yep. Okay. Let me get this out. Let me screenshot this right here, because we're seeing a whole lot of this right now dealing with this alphabet movement. All right, let's get it right. Who declares right the wrong for a bride, and the righteousness of the righteous they turn aside from him. Hold on.
Ain't that what they do with that Joe Biden though? Ain't that what they do with him for a bride? He can still ride bikes and do all this and that. You know what I'm saying? That must be mumbling on stage. They be like, oh, he's still good. He still got his memory and all that. Trump turned the Bible. Trump turned the Bible upside down. He knew what he was doing. Come on now. They fighting for both sides, man.
That's a fact. I was gonna say, the churches too. The churches, they took a bag that be allowing that LGBT movement in their churches.
And they church, yeah. You know they had to take a bag out. They know what the Bible say.
They know exactly what the Bible say. Oh yeah, the wicked pastors that married them too. Oh yeah, who
Yep.
declares right the wrong for a bribe.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that's a good script. That's crazy,
It
man.
is
That's
a good
crazy.
script.
And the righteousness of the righteous they turn aside from him.
Right.
Mm. Therefore, as a tongue of fire devours the stubble, and the flame consumes the chaff, their root is as rottenness, and their blossom goes up like dust.
Come on.
Because
that's why
they have rejected. Go ahead,
well, nah, that's why I say they riding. Just say they root is riding, not. So that means just like I said, they heart is riding, right? So your heart riding. What you think you're gonna see on the outward appearance? Still riding.
Oh, right.
Just like if you got a rotten peach, you know it's gonna be soft and squishy. You feel me on the outside looking riding, and then as soon as you break it open, you're gonna see it's riding in the core. Feel me? They rooted riding.
And their blossom goes up like dust. Because they have rejected the Torah of Yahuwah of hosts and despised the word of the set apart one of Israel.
Wow. So again, now we're starting to see this word rejected again. So again, you have to be presented something to reject it. So they can never say, oh, I didn't never, the Torah, the law was never presented to me. It was. You rejected it though, right?
Hey, straight up, huh?
And right now, we just talking about the word right now, right? We talking about those who call evil good, right? And who wise in their own sight. And these same ones that drink wine and mix strong drink. We talking about the word right now. Go ahead and hit the Isaiah 28, all right?
And these two have gone astray through wine and through strong drink, wandered about. Priest and prophet have gone astray through strong drink. They are swallowed up by wine. They wander about through strong drink. They go astray in vision. They stumble in right ruling.
Oh, so now we see the world was all with the ones who was drinking this wine and this mixed strong drink. But now we see also the priest and the prophet to do the same thing, right? They going astray through the same things, right?
Right. They go astray in vision and they stumble in right ruling.
Right.
They ain't reproving nothing.
And like you say, and in judgment, they stumbling, right? Because what it say that they
stumbling.
do? What it say? They declaring it right wrong for a bribe. They stumbling in judgment.
For a bribe, yeah, they took the bribe. I can't tell you what y'all doing is wrong because I done took this bribe. I done took this bag, man.
Right.
And since
I
they
can't tell you the truth.
Right. And since they stumbling and not letting nothing, letting the word of the Most High come out. Well, look what the Most High said. He said, for all tables shall be covered with vomit.
Right.
No place without filth.
Man, y'all go to one of these Sunday churches and tell me if they ain't got no filth or no vomit, you know what I'm saying, covered out, giving it to their assembly. You feel me? And just let me know it might be one out there. But right here say, but all tables shall be covered with vomit, and no place left without filth. Right? So where the majority of the places the quote unquote priest and prophet kick it at, right?
Right. All right. Isaiah 29:9. Pause and wonder. Line yourselves and be blind. They are drunk, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink.
So if they not literally staggering with wine and strong drink, what is it? Let's go see.
False doctrine.
Man.
Okay.
You know what it is. For sure. What's that vomit that they giving you, man?
Man. Revelation 17. And 1 through 5.
I got it out.
Okay.
And one of the 7 messengers who had the 7 bowls came and spoke with me, saying to me, come, I shall show you the judgment of the great whore sitting on many waters.
Mm. The judgment of the great horse sitting on many waters.
Sitting on all the peoples, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With whom the sovereigns of the earth committed whoring.
Who committed whoring with him, Mike?
The sovereigns, the kings.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk with the wine of her whoring.
And that's that false doctrine. And that's from the beginning, right? So just think about it. If the sovereigns was walking in truth, right, and not committing whoring, what you think the inhabitants of the earth might have been doing, right?
Hey, look, we could talk about the rainbow movement all day. Cause look, ever since America sat here and start promoting this wicked agenda, now they just try to put that everywhere. Now Africa, people in Ghana wasn't with that, and now Ghana got a rainbow community now. You know what I'm saying? They just everybody.
That's because they took that bribe. That's because they took that bribe.
Yes, sir.
You know, they get rid of the one that ain't, that ain't down with that, whatever they do to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one take a bribe. Oh, he can be bribed, put him in there and charge.
Right.
You know, we got him in his pocket. You know, ain't no telling how they do it either. You know, catch them doing something wrong, take pictures of them, catch them in a compromising situation, give them a drink mixed with something. You know, to make them fall asleep, have somebody crazy do something to them. Hey, we got this on tape.
Hey,
you want this to come out?
It don't even got to go this far these days, just for the bag they take it. They be like, oh, how much? Okay. You know what I'm saying? The bribe is up these days. They don't even got to be caught doing nothing. Because again, when you catch somebody doing wickedness in this wicked world, what is that? It's gonna be news for a week, and that shit's that stuff gonna be over. You ain't talking about it no more, right? Because the world is wicked. The world is wicked. So me catching you doing something wicked or engaging in some type of wicked act, it don't even matter no more. Just take this bribe and let's move on. Straight up.
That's wicked. Go ahead,
It's become too normal now.
Right, bro.
Mm-hmm. They used to be in the closet.
Right.
You know, ain't no closets no more.
Man, this ain't no closet. This is a straight takeover. It came out the closet with straight bats and knives. It's a takeover now.
Takeover, like you said, like I said, it's become normal, man. They done came out the closet, and I didn't want to put us in. They want to put you in the closet. They came out, they want to put you in there. You know what I mean? They want to make you look like you like the crazy one.
It's funny because when I was younger, all this was, it was looked down upon. But now you kind of see these Christian churches kind of trying to change the narrative and stuff, and it's like, what?
Man, they got the flag. They got the flags in front of the church and everything, huh?
Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie?
Man.
Who did it?
These sovereigns, the whore of Babylon we're reading about right now. Let me get it. With whom the sovereigns of the earth committed whoring, and the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk with the wine of her whoring. And he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, covered with names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Come on, it didn't even say she had a couple of names of blasphemy, right? She was covered with names of blasphemy, right?
Yeah, multiple names, right?
Dang.
Hey, we can go all day about American wickedness right now. So we got we'll be here all day,
all day and all night.
Right. And the woman was dressed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, holding in her hand a golden cup filled with abominations and the filthiness of her whoring.
Wow. You see that? It say that woman dressed in purple and scarlet, right? With gold and precious stones and pearls. So she looks so good that everybody want to go after this, right? Everybody want to go after this false doctrine because it looks so good. Everybody want to go after this vomit, right? Vomit dressed in pearls and purple and scarlet. Because you know, at this time, that's why we always read about purple. Purple is when that tyrant died, right? So everybody just couldn't get purple like that. So it was well sought after, and only the royal or the richest wore, right? You know what I'm saying? So again, this woman got all this song, and everybody looking at that like, that look good. I want some of that, right? All the waters, all the people. And what else to say? She was holding a golden cup filled, right? Filled, right? With the
abomination
and the filthiness of her horn. So that's why you're starting to see all that come out right now before Babylon fall, right? It's been filled with it. Now she's just pouring it out, right?
And upon her forehead, a name written, a secret. Babel the Great, the mother of the whores and of the abominations of the earth.
The mother of the whores, right? And the abomination of the earth. So this false doctrine that come from Babel the Great. What did Babel the Great start at? With Nimrod, right?
Nimrod, I'm about to say that, yeah.
It starts with Nimrod, right? The mother of whores. So all that false doctrine started at Nimrod. So basically, when Nimrod, y'all know the story of Nimrod and how he was created, you know, it's talking about the mama, you know, and all that. And, you know,
some memories, yeah.
Yeah, you know the story, you know the background story. The mother of whores, right? And the abominations of the earth, right? So Nimrod was already teaching these things. But matter of fact, instead of talking about it, let's go read it straight up. Let's get to
it. Okay. Genesis 10 and 1. You want to keep going up, or you want me to get it?
You got it, Yahuda.
All right. And this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And sons were born to them after the flood.
And what we read earlier, when we was reading 40, all this wickedness, right? I forget what it was.
6. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba, Ahawalah, and Sabat, Saptah, and Ramah, and Saptakah. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan.
Okay, we just got a little background of some of Ham's kids. Let's keep on reading though.
From Ham's kids,
jump to that chapter, right?
Okay.
Chapter 7.
Joshua 7 and
23.
23.
Yes, sir.
And Cush, the son of Ham, the son of Noah, took a woman in those days in his old age, and she bore a son, and they called his name Nimrod.
Why they call his name Nimrod?
Because he
go ahead, read
something
it
about wit. Okay. Saying at that time the sons of men again began to rebel and transgress against Elohim. And the child grew up, and his father loved him exceedingly, for he was the son of his old age.
So that's why they gave him the name Nimrod, because later on we see that his name was changed to Amafriel or something like that, right? Because of the acts that was done in Babel, right? But again, his name is Nimrod because the son of men began to rebel and transgress against Elohim. Come on.
And what they call you, Nimkaput? They get that Nim in there, don't they?
Yeah, and then some people used to call people, like when they call somebody stupid, they used to call them this Nimrod, right?
Right. and the garments of skin which Elohim made for Adam and his woman when they went out of the garden, given the Cush. For, for after the death of Adam and his woman, the garments were given to Enoch, the son of Jared. And when Enoch was taken up to Elohim, he gave them to Methuselah, his son. And at the death of Methuselah, Noah took them and brought them to the ark. And they were with him until he went out of the ark. And in their going out, Ham stole these garments from Noah, his father. And he took them and hid them from his brothers.
Oh, so now we starting to see where this wickedness starting to come from. Not just Nimrod, what Ham do?
Man, he stole them from his daddy.
And we know these laws has been from the beginning. So why did he have to steal them, right? Or why did he have to hide them, right?
Right.
He just said, hey, let me get them, daddy. You feel me?
Right. That's what he should have just said, right?
Come on, man. So now we seeing what sin starting off, right? Starting at Ham when he stole these garments from Noah and then hit him because he knew it was a sin when he stole them. So he went to go hide them.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? I don't know if this is off topic, but I gotta say it. You know, you just seen the Most High flood the whole earth because of the wicked, and you think you come out that boat with some type of fear in you, huh? You know,
right?
You don't come out that boat stealing no garments and stuff, man.
Stealing garments, and we read that Sirach 40 and 10 to say these things were created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So he act like he don't even remember the flood. Let me get these. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Remember the last week when we was reading. Remember, Noah was righteous.
Right.
Not his son. His son.
Right.
Noah was right.
Oh, brothers was listening last week. All praises.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Ham might have been bad. You know, he only got on that ark because of Noah.
Right. That's a real good point right there. Praise God. Okay.
I'll praise it. Okay. And at the death of Methuselah, Noah took them. Where I'm at?
28.
And then they're going out. 28. Okay. And when Ham, he got his firstborn Cush, he gave him the garments in secret.
Right.
Look at him, still doing stuff in secret.
Right.
They were with Cush many days. And Cush also concealed them from his sons and brothers. So basically, I don't want y'all wearing these because when Noah see you with these on, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Right.
So he hid them too.
And from wickedness goes forth wickedness, but we gonna read that, right?
Okay.
But we see this wickedness passed down, right? Everybody from Ham is being conniving, right? We seeing this.
And then you think about it, who did the fallen angels come and mix with? You know, when they went into the land, you know what I'm saying? Kill all of them. Most High had you do, because they was mixed with fallen angels. From wickedness go forth wicked.
Right.
And Cush also concealed them from his sons and brothers. And when Cush had begotten Nimrod, he gave him those garments. So through his love for him, he loved him. I love Nimrod. Right. Nimrod grew up, and when he was 20 years old, he put on those garments.
So that means he was probably concealing them garments for 20 years, right?
Even longer than that. Well, it was concealed from Noah for a minute.
Right. I'm just talking about Nimrod when he first got it. He concealed them for
at least 15, 20, 10, 15. And Nimrod became strong when he put on the garments.
Wow.
And Elohim gave him might and strength. And he was a mighty hunter in the earth. Yea, he was a mighty hunter in the field.
Oh, wait. It say he was a mighty hunter in the earth. Yeah, he was a mighty hunter in the field. Come on, so that made me think: was Nimrod just hunting animals, or was he knocking heads too? Come on,
knocking heads too. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, knocking
Mighty
heads, right?
hunter in the earth. You
In
know what
the
I'm
field.
saying?
That's the
In the
battlefield.
field.
right?
And he hunted animals, and he built altars, and he offered upon them the animals before Yahuwah.
Because he know what it say in 30. It say that Elohim gave him might and strength, right?
Right.
So again, we already see them. Nobody is no ignorance, man. When all three sons got off the boat, all of them was given the law, right? All of them knew about the Most High Yah, right? So this ain't. You can't just act like, oh, it's only given to Israel. This before Israel right here, right?
Right. Israel wasn't even in the list.
So I'm glad he pointed out that the Most High gave him that strength. And even now, like for a second in my mind, I'm like, did he get that strength when he put the garment on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Most High gave him.
Most High gave him strength.
Right, Most High gave it to him, right.
I think in the 66, I think it said, and he became a mighty hunter before the Most High, or something like that. And Nimrod strengthened himself, and he rose up from amongst his brethren, and he fought the battles of his brethren against all their enemies round about.
Hey, and Nimrod said, y'all follow me, man. Y'all follow me into battle, and I'll show y'all how it's done.
Because about this time, it was Earth was almost populated again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Yahuwah delivered all the enemies of his brethren in his hand, and Elohim prospered him from the time to time in his battles, and he reigned upon the earth. Therefore, it became current in those days when a man ushered forth those that he had trained up for battle, he would say to them, like Elohim did to Nimrod, who was a mighty hunter in the earth, and who succeeded in the battles that prevailed against his brother, that he delivered them from the hands of their enemies. So may Elohim strengthen us and deliver us this day.
So they say, like Elohim did to Nimrod, who was a mighty hunter in the earth. So now we see when he said mighty hunter in the earth, he was knocking heads, because it say he succeeded the battles and prevailed against his brethren, right? In that same Genesis 10 and 9, it say, like you were saying, he was a mighty hunter before Yahuwah. Therefore, it is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before Yahuwah. That's Genesis 10 and 9 right there. We just getting background of it. Go ahead,
Okay, 42 to 48, okay. And while he was reigning according to his heart's desire.
Oh, hold on. That's what it just changed. Oh, you got it then. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that was his heart's desire.
Right.
Right? That's what he wanted.
And now he ain't doing when the Most High strengthened him, right? He was killing animals and he offered the animals before the Most High. Now he's reigning and he's doing according to his heart's desire, right? Not what the Most High desired, what he desired, right?
And after having conquered all his enemies around, he advised with his counselors to build a city for his palace, and they did so. And they found a large valley opposite to the east, and they built him a large, extensive city. And Nimrod called the name of that city he built Shinar, for Yahuwah had vehemently shaken his enemies and destroying them. And Nimrod dwelt in Shinar, and he reigned securely.
Right.
And he found with his enemies, and he subdued them. I mean, he fought with his enemies and subdued them. And he prospered in all his battles, and his kingdom became very great.
Because most of the time you go fight with an enemy, and those who left off, they become your subject, right?
Right.
So that's how the kingdom became very great.
And all nations and tongues heard of his fame, and they gathered themselves to him. They bowed down to the earth, and they brought him offerings, and he became their master and king. And they all dwelt with him in the city at Shinar. And Nimrod reigned in the earth over all the sons of Noah, and they were all under his power and counsel.
Remember, because all the nations and tongues heard his fame, they came to him. Now he reigning over all the sons of Noah.
That's our cousin.
That's your cousin.
And all the earth was of one tongue and words of union. But Nimrod did not go in the ways of Yahuwah. Because of that pride, right?
Sure.
Because he wanted to rule over everybody.
His heart's desire, right?
Heart's desire. But Nimrod did not go in the ways of Yahuwah. And he was more wicked than all the men that were before him. From the days of the flood until those days.
Wow. And remember again, we read in that 40. And for the wicked was the reason the floods came, right? And also we read and it say all the earth was with one tongue and words of union, right? But look what they doing with that tongue, God. The Most High say when he bring us in, we're going to be under one tongue, under one lip. But what we going to be doing? Praising the Most High Yah. Was they all doing this with one tongue? No.
No, sir. They was praising Nimrod.
Come on. Because they was calling him what? Master and king.
And he made Elohim of wood and stone. And he bowed down to them. And he rebelled against the Yahuwah. That's crazy.
Right. So when he rebelled against him, that's just like you talking to your kids and you telling them what to do, but they saying, no, I'm not going to do that. You feel me? So you still, Nimrod still know the commandments of the Most High. He know not to put what's that first, what we read in Genesis 20 and 3? Don't put no mighty one before me. And this is exactly what Nimrod doing. He rebelling and said, no, I'm going to create wood and stone and bow down to them, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm like, wow, he made himself some idols. So that's what people do. Like you said, they want to hear smooth things. So they go out there and they got to make these idols and, make their own little stuff that's going to approve of whatever they want to do, man. And he made Elohim of wood and stone. Wow.
Right. And then
hit that from the. Go ahead. I'm going to hit it from the top, but go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to read what you said. Don't forget that point, because now it gets more egregious. Not only are you doing a rebellion against the Most High and putting mighty ones before his face, now you're teaching all your subjects to do it, right?
Right.
But go ahead and start it from the top, like you got it.
And he made Elohim of wood and stone, and he bowed down to them. And he rebelled against Yahuwah and taught all his subjects and the people of the earth his wicked ways.
Wow.
Ardai, his son, more wicked than his father.
So that make you think of the book of Kings, what we was talking about last week, when it's a wicked king, and then the son will come like he was more wicked than his father, right? And then another son comes like he was more wicked than his father, and he went against the commands of the Most High, right? All this starting from the Great Babel, starting with Nimrod, right here. We read it. Go ahead, Ak.
And everyone that heard of the acts of Mardon, the son of Nimrod, would say concerning him, from the wicked goes forth wicked.
Wow.
Therefore, it became a proverb in the whole earth, saying, from the wicked goes forth wickedness. And it was current in the words of men from that time to this time.
So that means they still saying this right now. When somebody have a kid,
just like your daddy.
You just like your daddy. From wickedness goes forth wicked. Your daddy was doing that wicked stuff and you more wickeder than him.
Right,
But that's when
right.
it come. That's when it come breaking that curse, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Genesis 4. Genesis 11 and 4. And they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens."
So we know they was
And
already
make,
in Shinar, right?
yep,
So now we see they was in Shinar. Now they say, man, hey, man, that's gonna build us something real quick.
right. And the tower whose top is in the heavens, right?
Hmm.
And make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered over all the face of the earth.
You see what they worried
So,
about? Making a name for themselves, not establishing the name of the Most High Yah, but making a name for themselves, right?
right. Okay. 24. Joshua 9 and 24. And they began to make bricks and burn fires to build the city and the tower that they had imagined to complete. And the building of the tower was unto them a transgression and a sin. And they began to build it. And while they were building against Yahuwah Elohim of heaven, they imagined in their hearts to war against him and to ascend into heaven.
Look at this wickedness,
And,
man.
mhm.
Look at this
And
wickedness.
all right, right. They just doing it, right?
Then they said they wanted, and they imagined. Remember, we talked about the imagination. They imagined their hearts, right? Deep down in their hearts, not just to war against the Most High and ascend into heaven. Come on,
Man.
Who else do you know who want to ascend in heaven and be like the Most High?
Satan the devil.
Satan the devil, man. Satan the devil.
Mm-hmm. And all these people and all the families divided themselves in three parts. The first said, "We will ascend into heaven and fight against him." The second said, "We will ascend to heaven and place our own Elohim there." Oh, that's crazy.
See
And
this?
place our own Elohim there and serve them. And the third part said, "We will ascend to heaven and smite him with bows and spears." And Elohim knew all their works and all their evil thoughts. And he saw the city and the tower which they were building.
Come on,
That's got to be wicked. Let me ascend to heaven and put some wood, a god made out of wood and stone here and worship it instead of the Most High who created me. That's just that's got to be some. You got to be a reprobate.
man. Who was teaching them that though? Who was teaching all his subjects this?
That's
Nimrod.
crazy. Nimrod
teaching all of them that. That's why I said Nimrod was teaching them that. That's why it's calling them Babel the Great, the mother of whores, right? It's the mother of whores. It's the beginning of it. So it has to be the mother of whores and of the abominations of the earth. Nimrod was teaching these things. Go ahead,
Right. It's hard to get over that. Them saying we will ascend to heaven and place our own Elohim there and serve them. How you gonna serve something and place something there that ain't got no life in it?
Right.
That's just stupid.
That's a fool. That's the definition of fool.
Right. Why not serve the one who make it rain? Who gives snow? Who gives crops from the ground? They want to serve something that ain't got nothing in it that they made with their own hands. Right. You think about that. This is crazy. Real crazy. All right. 27. Oh no, I ain't even finished that part, did I? We will ascend to heaven and smite him with blows. Oh, they tripping.
Right.
And spears. And Elohim knew all their works and all their evil thoughts. And he saw the city and the tower which they were building. And when they were building, they built themselves a great city and a very high and strong tower. And on account of its height, the mortar and bricks did not reach the builders in their ascent to it until those who went up had completed a full year. And after that, they reached to the builders and gave them the mortar and the bricks. Thus it was done daily.
They said it took them a year to get to the top, right?
Man, a year to get to the top. Man, that's crazy. Took a year to get up there.
A year.
They got, they got to have a lot of food. Hey, pass me one. Pass me a piece of bread from down there. You know, just throw it. Just throw it. And behold, these ascended and others descended the whole day. So they just going up and down, up and down.
Right.
And if a brick should fall from their hands and get broken, they will all weep over. That's crazy. They crying over a brick falling. But look at this. And if a man fell and died, none of them will look at him. And that's crazy. That's even more crazier, right?
Right. Because again, this commandment was still love your neighbor as you love yourself. Right?
Man. And they threw that away.
They
love brick, stone, and wood.
Or love the simple fact of evilness and trying to ascend to the heavens, right? And do what they said they wanted to do, right? Fight against the Most High, place the Elohim there in the heavens and serve him, shoot bows and spears. So that's why they crying over the brick, because it's gonna make it's making the delay in what they trying to accomplish, right? This wickedness they trying to accomplish.
Right. And Yahuwah knew their thoughts. And it came to pass when they were building this building, they cast the arrows toward the heavens. And all the arrows fell upon them filled with blood. And when they saw them, they said to each other, surely we have slain all those that are in heaven.
Look how the Most High giving them that strong delusion right here. Right?
Strong delusion. For this was from Yahuwah in order to cause them to err, and in order to destroy them from off the face of the ground. And they built the tower and the city, and they did this thing daily until many days and years were elapsed. They just kept going and kept doing it.
They just build it. They ain't worried about nothing else.
Right. Back to Genesis 5 through 9.
Yes, sir. 11, 5 through 9.
Yeah. Then Yahuwah came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And Yahuwah said, look, they are one people, and they all have one language. And this is what they begin to do. This is what they begin to do.
That's what we was talking about earlier, right? Look, they one people. They got one language. But look what they doing being one people and one language. They not praising me in unity. They want to come against me.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Hey, that's exactly what's going on right now with our country and our situation. They trying to usher in this one world everything, one world currency, one world government, one world religion. It's that one everything. It's the same thing that's going on right now.
And the thing about it, they're gonna do it. They're gonna accomplish what they're trying to do.
Because that's the Most High will, though.
So he can destroy.
Right.
And now they are not going to be withheld from doing whatever they plan to do. Come, let us go there and confuse their language so that they do not understand one another's speech.
And think about it in that same verse. Think about being in modern day Babel, right? We talking about Babel the Great, where all this started. But think about modern day Babel. That's all they do. Every time I see these Gentiles building, they building skyscrapers to the heavens, straight up.
Yeah. See who can build the tallest one.
They got a little dirty city called New York with so many skyscrapers, right? It's a little dirty city, y'all. Little dirty city. That was a shot at you, y'all. That's okay. The dirty city.
I said he don't live there no more. I said he don't live there no more.
That's why I had to get up out of there. It's too wicked for me.
City.
And Yahuwah scattered them from there over the face of all the earth, and they left off building the city.
And
that it was.
Go ahead, Doc.
No, I was just gonna keep reading. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, and now we just seeing the Most High. The Most High had to scatter them, right? Because he said, "I'll let y'all be of one language and of one tongue to see what y'all do with it." But now I see how y'all get down, man. Y'all got to start moving around.
Right.
I should have been.
That is why.
Now I was just thinking about.
Like
I was just thinking about that poetry right there. I was like, Eshawn needs to let me feature on the verse or something. You feel me? Nobody feel me on that one? All right, we keep reading.
Not really. Not really. Not really.
Okay.
That is why its name was called Babel, because there Yahuwah confused the language of all the earth, and from there Yahuwah scattered them over the face of all the earth.
So now we see why it was called Babel. And this calling, when we was reading that in Revelation 5, it said Babel the Great, right? The mother of whores. Right. So now we got a little understanding of who this Babel the Great is and this mother of all whores, right? You know, we can always say what we, want to say what it is, you know what I'm saying? But we just got to go back and read, get some understanding.
All right. You ready, Yamel?
I'm eating some right now.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Hey, let me take some of this off your hands, Doc. Let me take some of this off your hands. I'll let you.
I got it, Doc. I got it.
Okay.
Joshua 10:2. And when Yahuwah has scattered the sons of men on account of their sin at the tower, behold, they spread forth into many divisions.
Right.
And all the sons of men were dispersed into the four corners of the earth.
So it said they scattered into many divisions, right? So now we starting to see when you got tribes of Yefet, you still got different kind of white people, right? When you got the tribes of Shem, you still got different kind of brown people. And when you got the tribes of Ham, you still got different types of black people, like straight up.
Right. And they speak different languages, right?
Sure. Right.
And all the families became each according to its language, its land, or its city.
And that's what you just said, right? So now the separation comes when, according to this language, the land you in, or in the city that you in, right? Let's jump to that.
Okay. All right. And Nimrod, son of Cush, was still in the land of Shinar, and he reigned over it and dwelt there, and he built cities in the land of Shinar. And these are the names of the four cities which he built, and he called their names after the occurrences that happened to them in the building of the tower.
So that's why we love books like this. Praise Yah to bless us with these things, right? Especially in the truth when you understand it from it, right? But now we're starting to see why they was called these places, Babel and Erech and the cave, right? Why are they called? Because you always heard that you go back in Genesis and you read that Nimrod started in Genesis 10 and 10. It say in the beginning of his reign was Babel, Erech, Akkad, Calneh, in the land of Shinar. So all this is in the land of Shinar, but these are what? Different cities in Shinar.
Different cities, right.
And now we about to get what the name means. Go ahead, Doc.
And he called the first Babel, saying, because Yahuwah there confounded the language of the whole earth. And the name of the second he called Erect, because from there Elohim dispersed them.
So from Erect, this is where Elohim started dispersing everybody, right? So that means some people left Babel first, and they was in Erect. They was like, man, we done with that tower, right? And Most High started dispersing them from Erect.
And the third he called a calf, saying there was a great battle at that place. And the fourth he called Canaan, Halnan, because his princes and mighty men were consumed there. And they vexed Yahuwah. They rebelled and transgressed against him. Nimrod had built these cities in the land of Shinar. He placed in them the remainder of his people, his princes, and his mighty men that were left in his kingdom.
Okay, so you see Nimrod still had people left in his kingdom. Not everybody was dispersed, right?
Right. Jump down to 13. And in the 50th year of the life of Abram, son of Terah, Abram came forth from the house of Noah and went to his father's house. And Abram knew Yahuwah, and he went in his ways and instructions. And he went in his ways and instructions. And Yahuwah Eloheinu was with him.
So now we see why Abraham had to separate from the world and go to the house of Noah, right? Because look at what Nimrod was teaching the world, right?
Right. Okay. And Terah, his father, was in those days still captain of the host of King Nimrod. And he still followed strange Elohim.
Wow, this Abraham daddy we talking about, right?
I was about to say that. It said he captain of the host of the king of Nimrod. Wow.
Right. And Abram came to his father's house and saw 12 Elohim standing there in their temple. And the anger of Abram was kindled when he saw these images in his father's house. He was mad.
Right. Think about that. He coming back from the house of Noah, knowing the Most High Yah, right? Walking in his instruction, right? So when you walk in his instructions, you doing what? Being obedient, right? But then he come to his daddy house and he see this wickedness. Come on, think about how that make you feel too, right?
Right.
And we go through that now, in this truth. Some of the only person in our families in this truth.
Hey, what you doing eating that pork? I'm gonna put that stuff down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All type of stuff, If it's against the Most High, you're gonna say something. Right. After a while, you ain't gonna say nothing no more though. But you're gonna beat your head in the grass trying to tell somebody.
Make your own go mad.
And Abram said, "As Yahuwah lives, these images shall not remain in my father's house. So shall Yahuwah, who created me, do unto me, if in 3 days' time I do not break them all." I'm gonna break all of them in 3 days.
Right. So we see Abraham swearing by the Most High name and righteousness, right?
Yeah.
Man. And Abraham went from them, and his anger burned within him. And Abram hastened and went from the chamber to his father's outer court. And he found his father sitting in the court and slapped him on the back of the head.
I'm gonna try to cut back on some of that reading. We was gonna stop that at 17, jump down to 31.
Okay.
3 days time, Abraham said he gonna break them all. He gonna break them all. Swear by the Most High name.
Man, he didn't slap him in the back of the head. If anybody, he didn't slap him. I just added that part. Go ahead, though.
31. Go ahead.
That joint was getting good. I'm mad you interrupted him.
This chapter so long. We just trying to get to the nitty gritty, guys. Just get background.
Anybody want to know about it, read Jasher 11. That's all you got to do.
There you go.
And in the evening of that day, in that house, Abram was clothed with the spirit of Yahuwah.
Wait, so the Most High been putting his spirit on people?
He been putting the spirit on people, right?
Right, yeah, the Holy Spirit,
okay,
you're right.
People be like, oh, Christians, because the set apart spirit ain't come until, I like, hey, right? You say he was clothed with the Ruach Elohim. What is that? The spirit of the Most High.
That's the Holy Spirit, huh?
For sure.
Hmm. And he called out and said, you can read that in Jeremiah too.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
And
Ezekiel. Yeah. And when he put the spirit on them when they built the temple. So he called out and said, woe unto my father and this wicked generation, whose hearts are all inclined to vanity.
What their hearts inclined to, what?
Vanity.
Putting other mighty ones before the Most High. That's vanity, man.
Who serve these idols of wood and stone, which can neither eat, smell, hear, nor speak. Who have mouths without speech, eyes without sight, ears without hearing, hands without feeling, and legs that cannot move. Like them are those that made them and that trust in them. And when Abram saw all these things, his anger was kindled against his father. And he hastened and took a hatchet in his hand and came into the chamber of the Elohim. And he broke all his father's Elohim. And when he had done breaking the images, he placed the hatchet in the hand of the great Elohim, which was there before them. And he went out, and Terah, his father, came home. For he had heard at the door the sound of striking of the hatchet. Like, man, what's going on in there?
Right.
So Terah came into the house to know what was this about.
Jump down
what is going on?
Right.
Oh, okay.
37, yes, sir.
And when Terah saw this, his anger was greatly kindled. And he hastened and went from the room to Abram. And where my son at? Abraham, where you at?
So, and so now we seeing again this separation too, because earlier we read, Mardon grew up under Nimrod, and it said, from wickedness goes forth wickedness, right? Abraham didn't grow up in the house of Terah, right? He grew up in the house of Noah, right?
Noah, right.
Praise Yah.
So, man. Man's house determines his household, right?
So now we see what would happen. What would have happened if Abraham grew up under the household of Terah, right?
Well, he'll be worshiping all those other gods.
Come on.
So, okay. And when Terah saw this, his anger was greatly kindled, and he hastened and went from the room to Abram. And he found Abram, his son, still sitting in the house. And he said to him, what is this work you have done to my Elohim?
What is this work? He ain't say work. He should have said destruction. You feel me?
Man, what you do to my guys, dude?
Come on,
what
man.
you do to them?
Hey, 43. You want me to hit this 43 to 61?
Hey, real quick, that's a crazy.
You got me jumping now? You got me jumping again?
Yes, sir. I told you a lot of reading. This one big, 43 to 61. So.
I feel like y'all, man. I was ready to read it. All right.
Hey,
I'm ready to talk stuff.
Hey, I was gonna say that's a crazy statement in its own. Like, what did you do to my God? You know what I'm saying?
Do to my God, man. Dude, boy, what you do to my God, boy?
That's a crazy statement in its own.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, straight up, because he should have thought when he said, once you say something like that, you gotta hear that when it come out your mouth and see how
Right.
it sounds, right?
Right.
43 out.
You sure you don't want me to read?
I'm positive. I'm positive.
All right. And Abram answered his father and said to him, and how can you then serve these idols in whom there is no power to do anything? Can those idols in which you trust deliver you? Can they do that?
Nope.
Can they hear your prayers?
Not at all.
When you call upon them? Can they deliver you from the hands of your enemy? Or will they fight your battles for you against your enemy? That you should serve wood and stone, which can neither speak or hear?
Oh, so I say, don't put no mighty one before my face, man. Come on.
And like he said, wood and stone, like that's what Nimrod made. Nimrod made wood and stone. So he served that same mighty one that Nimrod made. So you got it.
And now surely it is not good for you, nor for the sons of men that are connected with you to do these things. Are you silly? You that silly daddy? Silly daddy. Are you so silly, so foolish, or so short of understanding that you will serve wood and stone?
And he had to ask his
Do
daddy
after this man?
He had to ask his daddy, are you silly? Are you so
You're right.
man? You know?
Daddy, is you foolish and silly?
Right.
And forgot Yahuwah Elohim?
That's something that a daddy should be asking his son.
Right.
Why are you doing silly matters? Why are you doing foolish matters? Come on.
Like you said, from wickedness go forth wicked. Who house did Terah grow up in? You know what I'm saying?
Look who he came under. Look who he was
right.
Basically a prince under, Nimrod, right?
And forget Yahuwah Elohim, who made heaven and earth, and who created you in the earth, and thereby bring a great evil upon your soul in this matter by serving wood and stone.
What you bringing evil upon that?
Man.
Your soul. What the Most High gonna judge?
Man, bring evil upon your soul. This matter by serving stone and wood. Did not our fathers in the days of old sin in this matter?
Right.
And Yahuwah Elohim of the universe brought the waters of the flood upon them.
Because the flood was for the wicked, right? We just read that. We've been reading about this flood consistently, man. And we already know the Most High about to bring his wrath. It ain't necessarily got to be floods of water, but if we use the word flood in a symbolic form, not exactly what the word means, but being symbolic, the Most High about to bring floods upon us.
Literary.
Yeah, literary. If we're not using the word flood in a literal standpoint, but in a symbolic standpoint, the Most High about to bring floods on this earth, for sure.
Right. Did not our fathers in the day of old sin in this matter, and Yahuwah Elohim of the universe brought the waters of the flood upon them and destroyed the whole earth? And how can you continue to do this and serve Elohim of wood and stone, who can't hear or speak or deliver you from oppression, thereby bringing down the anger of Elohim of the universe upon you? Now, therefore, my father, refrain from this, and bring not evil upon your soul and the souls of your household.
And the souls of who?
Your household.
Oh, so now it's not just your soul. Now you about to be teaching this matter. So guess what? What's that testimony you brought out earlier? And those watching me, your household is watching. Now you bringing this same evil on the souls of your household.
You trying to get everybody in the lake of fire.
What is a man's evil,
man? And Abram hastened and sprang from before his father and took the hatchet from his father's largest idol, with which Abram broke it and ran away.
Come on,
he said, "Look, Daddy, fuck." Took off running.
Hey, that's straight Israelite right there. That's Hebrew right there. He sprang up quick, took the hatchet and broke that thing, the big one, and took off, man.
Took off running.
Yeah.
And Terah, seeing all that Abram had done, hastened to go from his house, and he went to the king. Now this is crazy.
Right.
He came before Nimrod and stood before him, and he bowed down to the king. And the king said, "Man, what you want? What you want, dude?
Right.
What you want?"
Right. Sound like he don't even deal with Tay-Rock like that,
He
right?
don't even deal with him like that. Yeah, what you want?
Man.
And he said,
now we get some understanding why Abraham hastened and ran. Because this is Nimrod taught the people to do this, right? So now he going to the king. Hey man, all them Elohim that you taught us to serve, Abraham broke.
Man, he broke all of them, man.
He broke all of them.
Hey, and that's like you know, like we said, like, you know, dealing with Babylon and all that. It's kind of like how you see how Abraham's dad going to shift on his own son, knowing that could bring forth death. And we gotta look for him in Israel. Huh?
Hey, you got real muffled on this. I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
Am I back? Y'all can hear me or still muffled?
Just a little bit.
Hold on, let me just take these. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, cause I gotta hit this up. Here we go. Y'all hear me better?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Much better.
I made me think about these last days, man. Can you see how Abraham daddy went and told on his son? Cause he, you know, messed up the idols and stuff. And like I said, in the last days, you know, loving many going West Coast, and you know, your own people gonna deliver you up, man.
Yeah.
You know that you're bringing forth death to Abraham for what he did, man. But he still went and delivered them up. And that's how these people gonna be in modern day Babel, man. You know, they're gonna deliver you up when you go against the ways of the world, man.
And the difference is in modern day Babel, they're gonna think that they're doing it for your own good. When your mama or your daddy deliver you up, he gonna think that they doing it for your own good, right?
That's even more. That's even more deception right there.
Man, hey, it say that everybody marveled. All those that name wasn't written in the book of life from the beginning of the foundation of the world. It say all of them marveled at the beast, right? So they gonna marvel at the beast, and they be like, "Oh, you need to be dealing with the beast, the Antichrist, and you ain't dealing with it." Guess what? They gonna deliver you up, thinking they doing you good, instead of, you know, in actuality they doing harm. Different story, different day. All praises.
that Enoch 99 to say, "In those days shall fathers be struck down with their children, and the pressure of each other, and brethren with their brethren shall fall dead." No, that ain't what I was thinking of, though. Let me change my earpiece real quick.
Yeah, I think my headphones started dying, so I might be why I started sounding muffled.
Good now. Yeah, man. We gotta consider time too, though. It's a reason. It's a reason why we got flee to the wilderness. That's gonna be common in the world. You know, giving up the love one. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got me thinking about a lot of things. It's shining a lot on a lot of things that I had a lot of questions on recently. I'm gonna just keep listening.
Okay.
Because I'm getting a lot of answers right now.
Right on.
What was I? Josh shared
51.
Turn the page.
11.
11?
Sir.
11 and 51?
Sir. He asked him what he want. About to tell him what he want.
Okay. All right. And he said, "I beseech you, my Adonai, to hear me now, to hear me. Now, 50 years back, a child was born to me, and thus has he done to my Elohim. and thus has he spoken. And now, therefore, my master and king, send for him, that he may come before you, and judge him according to the law, that we may be delivered from his evil.
So look
That's
how
crazy.
and look how
Your
they
daddy's gonna have you killed. Go ahead, Aunt.
and look how they treat Nimrod though, right? He say, my master
Mhm.
and my king, not just oh king. You my master and my king, man. Look where they put
Right.
him.
And put him way up, Aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And the king sent 3 men of his servants, and they went and brought Abram before the king, and Nimrod and all his princes and servants were that day sitting before him, and Terah sat also before them. And the king said to Abram, what is this that you have done to your father and to his Elohim? And Abram answered the king in the words that he spoke to his father. And he said, the large Elohim that was with them in the house did to them what you have heard. And the king said to Abram, had they power to speak and eat and do as you have said? And Abram answered the king, saying, and if there be no power in them, why do you serve them and
Right?
cause the sons of men to err through your fallacy?
Look at that. He talking to the king right here. He said, not only do you serve them, but you cause the sons of men to err through your follies, because you teaching them to serve these things. The great Babel, man. Babel the great, man. Come on, man.
It's almost like he in the court of law talking to a judge right now, man. Hey, this getting deep. It's getting deep right now. It's getting good.
Yeah, he was the king over the earth, right?
For sure.
And
what the
you
king
see how
go ahead, Doc.
You see how he set him up though?
Mm-hmm.
Abraham set him up real good.
Real nice.
Real nice. Okay, and why are you teaching the sons of men to do this stuff through your father?
Exactly.
Do you imagine? Do you imagine that they can deliver you or do anything small or great that you should serve them? And why will you not sense the Elohim of the whole universe, who created you and in whose power it is to kill and keep alive?
And we know Nimrod know the Most High of the universe, right? We read this earlier.
Right. Mm-hmm.
At one point, he was killing animals and putting them on the altar before the Most High.
Oh, foolish and simple, ignorant king. Look how he talking to the king.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, foolish, simple, and ignorant king. Woe unto you forever.
So forever. When we was reading about these woes earlier, it was never for wherever. It was woe to those who are wise in their own sight and stuff like that, right? But that means you have a chance to repent for being wise in your own sight and estimation, right? He told Nimrod, woe to you forever.
Right. Woe to you forever. Because you teach your sons of men, you causing them to sin.
Right. Right. Gave me goosebumps for sure.
I thought you would teach your servants the upright way. But you have not done this, but have filled the whole earth with your sins and the sins of your people who have followed your ways.
Hey.
Do you not know, or have you not heard, that this evil which you do, our ancestors sinned therein in the days of old, and the eternal Elohim brought the waters of the flood upon them and destroyed them all, and also destroyed the whole earth on their account, right?
Can we read that in that Sirach 40? It say, for the wicked the floods came upon the earth.
Right. And will you and your people rise up now and do like unto this work in order to bring down the anger of Yahuwah, Elohim of the universe, and to bring evil upon you and the whole earth? Now, therefore, put away this evil deed which you do, and serve the Elohim of the universe, as your soul is in the hand, and then it will be well with you.
Your soul is in the Most High hands. When judgment day come, what is the Most High gonna judge? Your soul, right? Your soul is in His
right?
hands. Come on.
Mm-hmm. For the Most High will bring every work in the judgment, whether it's good or evil.
Mm-hmm.
And if your wicked heart will not hearken to my words, to cause you to forsake your evil ways and to serve the eternal Elohim, then will you die in the shame in the latter days.
Right.
You, your
right.
people,
right.
and all who are connected with you.
Man, come on,
Hearing
that's
your
a
word.
household. That's a household.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the
That's
whole
a
household of
right?
Adam failed because of Adam, right? So those who
Right.
are connected with you, right? Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. Hearing your words or walking in your evil ways. Everybody who hear your words and walk in your evil ways, yeah,
gonna die in shame.
Gonna die in shame. And when Abram had ceased speaking before the king and princes, Abram lifted up his eyes to the heavens and he said, Yahuwah sees all. Yahuwah sees all the wicked and he will judge them.
That's
Oh,
for sure.
praise.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Most High gonna judge all this wickedness that's going on.
Dang, sure.
Best believe it.
Sure.
Best believe.
That was a good one right there. Like that.
Was it the way I was reading it? That's probably what it was, man. I'm just kidding.
Hey man, that big up. Hey man,
he put the emphasis on that. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. He's like, man, I emphasis on it. I thought I was in the story. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
it got deep. It got
pride
real.
Pride is the beginning of the fall.
That was some heat right there. Hey, please send me when this get done.
Yeah, wait for next week, like everybody got. Gotta wait for next week.
Oh man,
and we ain't gonna talk about some brothers that get special privileges, man. We ain't gonna
Who was that? Huh?
We ain't gonna talk about that brother. You know, it's really both of y'all. He gets special. You give him the special privileges because you said it to him. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's stick with the discussion.
That's only one time,
a couple times.
You know,
hey, brother called me. Brother called me, man. You need to listen to what we did this Shabbat. I'm like,
okay. See where we at.
Isaiah. No, Jeremiah 44.
Jeremiah 44. You ready, Yamel?
Yeah, I got it.
7 through 10. All
right. And now, thus say Yahuwah, the Elohim of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, why are you doing this great evil against your lives?
Right.
Yeah, that's deep. Why are you doing this great evil against your life, man? Straight up.
Against your soul, what we was reading about earlier, right? Because that's what the Most High don't do.
Right, choose life, not death.
Sure.
To cut off from you, man and woman, child and infant, from the midst of Yehuda, leaving none to remain.
You see that?
Yeah, like you said, you're gonna lead your whole household to death.
Man.
Right.
Child and
infant. That's why he said against your lives.
Right.
More than one.
Right. That's plural. Right. So.
Wow. Okay. Leaving none to remain by provoking me with the works of your hands. By burning incense to other mighty ones in the land of Mizraim, where you have gone to dwell, to cut yourselves off and be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. Have you forgotten the evils of your fathers and the evils of the sovereign of Yahudah and the evils of their wives and your own evils and the evils of your wives, which they have done in the land of Yehuda and in the streets of Jerusalem?
That's the question. Have you forgotten? That's why we be able to read this, so the Most High keep it on our head and on our heart, so we don't forget.
To this day, they have not been humbled. Man, look at that. To this day.
To this day. Look
This
around
day,
you right now. Look around you right now.
2024.
Right.
To this day, they have not been humbled.
What else have they not done, Ak?
That's straight up, nor have they feared, nor have they walked in my Torah and in my laws that I set before you and your fathers.
Wow. To this day,
Can we go back to 8 real quick? I got a question.
Okay.
No, scroll back up. No, stay where you was at. And just go back up. Go up one more to 8. Where it said about the incense. Okay. So when they talk about by burning the incense, so would that be equivalent to like these people that like I'm about to sage my house? Would that be like the equivalent?
For sure,
Same
for
thing
sure.
like that.
That's a definite
Most High don't need no sage to get no mighty one or evil spirits up out of nowhere.
That's why Kyrie told you what he was about when he was doing that in Boston. Come on.
That's why he got whooped. That's why he got whooped in Boston. Can't even win there no more.
Facts.
So yes, that sage is a definite yes.
Facts. I just want to double check, make sure I was reading that right.
Straight up. Who that? That was it.
Isaiah 45.
Yeah, that was it. Let's see. Isaiah 45 out?
Yes, sir.
45. 5 through 7. You keep going out. 5 through 7.
All right. I am Yahuwah, and there is none else.
Right.
There is no Elohim besides me. I grid you, though you have not known me. I gird you, so that they know from the rising of the sun to its setting that there is none but me. I am Yahuwah, and there is none else.
Right.
Oh man, I got y'all. Excuse me. Forming light and creating darkness, making peace and creating evil. I, Yahuwah, do all these.
Wow.
You do what out? You do it all.
Do it all, huh?
It say the Most High forming the light, creating the darkness. Most High making peace. He makes the peace and creates the evil, right? Because the Most High say, I'm the one that bring that evil on you. You feel me? I create that.
I will repay. That's what he said. He gonna repay.
Let's hold that real quick one time and jump to that Lamentations like 3.
Okay.
Now we get a different perspective when the Most High say he the one creating this evil, right? And then we already know he ain't creating evil for the righteous.
It makes sense.
Did the righteous drown in the flood?
No.
No, sir.
Even the righteous men that was on earth, the Most High put them in a resting place before the floods came, right?
Right. Before it came, yep. All the righteous died off. Well, not died off, you know. You know what it is.
Went to Abraham's bosom before it was called Abraham's bosom.
Right. Elohim is not the Elohim of the dead, but
Right.
of the living.
So put them in their resting place.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Lamentations 3, 37 to 40. I keep it moving.
All right. Who was it that spoke and it came to be? Has Yahuwah not commanded it? Do not the evils and the good come out of the mouth of the Most High?
That's what we got to understand. That's a clear question, and we've been getting the answer because he just told you, I'm the one that's making peace and creating evil. So do not the evils and good come out the mouth of the Most High? If the Most High say, we read before, the Most High, I forget where it's at, he say, who gonna entice him to go up? Right? And the angel said, I do it. Right?
I do it.
Yeah.
And me, I will
Most
go.
High created that evil for that man.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. And even dealing with Job, you know what I'm saying? Like the Satan had to get permission to touch Job.
They had to get permission, right? He said you can touch everything but him. Go ahead. Right.
What should mankind complain?
Mm-hmm.
A living man because of his sins?
Come on, think about that. Then you complain when something bad happens to you. Sometimes you got to examine yourself and think about your sins.
Yeah, that's why I came on you, right?
Come on.
That's a fact, Doc.
That's a fact, Doc. Must be like, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Hey, you gotta look at examine yourself if you're going through something.
So
you can't always blame somebody else. You gotta examine yourself.
That's for sure.
Let us search and examine our ways. And turn back to Yahuwah.
And do what up?
Praise.
And turn back to Yahuwah.
I mean, we got to forsake evil. Turning back to the Most High means walking in righteousness. You have to forsake evil, man. Come on. Most High created it all. He is the creator. One of them you got to walk in and one of them you got to forsake. He created good and evil.
Jeremiah 17 and 5.
Let us examine our ways, Doc. Come on, turn back. What we need to examine our ways and do. Because this is a lot of our people. Go ahead.
Thus say Yahuwah, cursed is the man who trusts in man and makes flesh his arm, and whose heart turns away from Yahuwah.
Come on, that's why I say examine yourself. Now we need to ask our people, examine yourself. Do you trust in your pastor more than you trust in the Most High? Examine yourself, man.
And then what our people say when you tell them that? Man, the Most High know my heart.
Man.
And what he just said about your heart, Doc?
Yeah, Yamel 9.
The heart is crooked. It's crooked. A crook. Above all. And desperately sick.
And desperately sick. Not just, oh, man. It's desperately sick needing medicine, right? Your heart desperately needs medicine, man. Come on.
Who shall know it?
Who shall know it? Who should know it?
How you can't judge me. The Most High know my heart.
Right. Who shall know it? These days in this dark world, how you know that your heart's sick when they say that this the whore that sits on many waters is so beautiful when they go after that doctrine? Right? Who shall know it? Desperately sick, desperate.
Man. All right. Sirach 18, 19 and 20. 19 through 21. All right. Learn before you speak. And use psych. What's that? Psychic? Physic?
Physic.
Or ever be sick.
Meaning medicine. Right?
Okay.
Or use medicine or ever be sick. We talking about spiritual medicine right here. Right?
Right.
Because the heart is crooked and desperately sick. So you need to learn before you speak and use psychic or medicine or ever be sick. What kind of medicine, y'all ask? Come on, man. Only the medicine that the Most High can deliver, man. That truth.
Before judgment, examine yourself.
Right.
And in the day of visitation, you shall find mercy.
Crazy.
Humble yourself before you be sick.
Right.
Right? Humble yourself before you be sick. And in the time of sins, show repentance.
And that's what you was talking about
earlier.
Right? And that's what you was talking about earlier, when you was talking about that pride. That pride to have you out here sick, right? Pride to have you out here sick, thinking you know everything, right?
Right.
I say humble yourself. Go ahead.
Right. Back to Jeremiah 10, Yamel, 10 and 11. I mean, Jeremiah 17, 10 and 11. Let you finish it off.
I, Yahuwah, search the heart. I try the kidneys and give every man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his deeds.
Man, according to the fruit of his deeds, what he got coming out of his mouth.
Right.
You know, okay, you know the man by his fruits.
Exactly.
You know, somebody could be lying all the time, and you know that they going through trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then what we talk about every Shabbat, what the Most High try?
The heart.
Inside.
Right.
Right. Well, you know, we look on the outside, but the Most High look in the deeper parts of man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why did he say it? What reason was said for?
Man.
And it reward you.
So that means when he award us according to our fruit, our deeds, we need to be speaking all righteousness then, right?
All righteousness, right? Right. That's if you want good to come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We should be speaking it, and it gotta be in us too.
You know, you can mess around, know what you've been doing, see a woman, and somebody have a little conversation or something. Next thing you know, you giving in to that little conversation, talking about this woman or something. You go outside, you got a flat tire. And what the heck happened? Yeah. Watch what you're doing.
Hey, and sometimes that's what we need though, right? Most High put you in check just like that. And that's when it go back to what we just read. Examine yourself, right?
Examine yourself.
Why did this come upon me? Because of your sins, man. Most High checking you real quick before it get too crucial. That's why the scriptures say, please don't judge me in your wrath, right?
Right.
In your displeasure.
And then you gotta give all praise to the Most High that He did do you like that. Because if He didn't do you like that, you might not be a kid.
Yeah. Straight up.
So
praise Yah.
All right. You hear the 11 up?
I got it. As a partridge that brews but does not hatch, so is he who gets riches, but not by right.
But not by right, right? But it say a partridge that brews but does not hatch. A bird sitting on the egg the whole time, but it never hatched. That's the whole point. I know y'all eat eggs all the time, but guess what? The bird never sat on it. You feel me? It comes out of the farm and gets it. It says there's a partridge that sits on on the egg, but it don't hatch. So it's he that gets rich, but not by right. I mean, that's pointless and worthless then, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're getting all that money. For what? Well, that money ain't gonna be nothing good to do nothing but wipe your butt pretty soon, right? That's it. That's it, all right? That's all it's gonna be good for.
Right.
It says, it leaves him in the midst of his days. And at his end, he is a fool.
Right. Because you've been chasing them dollars all them days, right? Then even when you finally get you some dollars, guess what? That money ain't gonna be here forever because you're not gonna be here forever. Right?
Right.
And that's your end. Go ahead, Doc.
No, I just say, or you're gonna get that money and it's gonna be left to the righteous, right? It's gonna be left to somebody else.
Right.
Somebody else gonna spend that money that you fought so hard to get.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? At the end, you're gonna be considered a fool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's jump and deal with that a little bit more. Let's jump to that First Timothy one time and deal with that a little more.
Okay. First Timothy 6. And 7. First Timothy 6 and 7. For we brought naught into the world, and it is impossible to take any out.
Come on, not according to them Egyptians. Everybody out here wearing an these days, right? And what they used to do with the Egyptians, right? They used to bury them with all their treasures, right?
With all their treasures.
They thought they was taking it with them. Burying King Tut, what's his name? Everybody.
Yeah, King Tut. They burying all them with all them riches, and then another nation that come take over, unbury them, and take all that gold and spend their stuff.
Call them grave diggers, out.
Right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And then call them silly and a fool while they taking it. This silly fool.
Right. Stupid. Why you put this in the dirt?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We read the scripture. It say it's impossible. That means it can't be done. It's impossible to take it.
Can't take nothing with you. When we have food and covering, we shall be satisfied with these, right? That's all you need, something to eat, a little cover, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere to lay your head. But those wishing to be rich fall into trial and a snare and into many foolish and injurious lusts, which plunge men in ruin and destruction.
Come on, man. Why?
That's what happened too, Rob.
You say what?
That's what happened too.
Yeah, because you wishing to be rich.
Yeah.
That's
all you want.
Right.
Only thing you can, you can be the brokest man in the world. As long as you got food and you got somewhere to lay your head, you should be happy.
Right. And some water and some oil and the blood of grapes. We ain't gonna deal with all that right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, get a little wine or something, a little strong drink. You all right? Okay. Because you think about it, the riches, what did Satan tell Messiah? Bow down to me, I give you all these kingdoms. So the riches of this world is from Satan. I mean, not, you think about it like that. For the love of silver is the root of all kinds of evil.
Wow. You see that?
It say the love of money.
It say the root of
all kinds of evil.
Right.
Not just all kinds of it, right?
That means it's different evils that people go through for this love of silver, right? All different kinds of evils, man. Too many to name.
Most High said, you do what I ask you to do. I'm gonna pour you out a blessing that you can't even hold in your lap. You'll be pressed down, shaken up. Remember that?
Yeah.
All right. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, for which some, by longing for it, have strayed from the belief and pierced themselves through with many pains. Right? Trying to hustle. Now you in the joint, and you got 10 years for a little piece of cocaine or something. Trying to get money. Now you can't see your kid growing up. Right. Now your kid being molested by the stepdad. It's all type of stuff you got to worry about when you follow evil. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's that same one that's getting rich, but not by right. Because you'll try to get rich for the love of silver. You'll try to get rich any type of way. Anyway, you'll try to get rich.
Yeah. Okay. Sirach.
Yes, sir. 3167.
I want to say, and usually when you get rich, you usually gotta be deceitful. You know what I mean, to get them riches and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Any person that you know that's a billionaire or millionaire these days, it was by some type of deceit. I don't care what they say out their mouth. We let us look at your deeds and how you got it. I guarantee you, we're gonna see some deceit or some love of riches that made you do anything to get it. Come on, man.
Right. And then a lot of them people ain't even happy. You know, they're not even happy. They'll tell you. You know, I mean, just think about what kind of life you want to live. You can't even walk out your house.
Right. Or you can't even have a
You
peaceful
can't
sleep
get
at night. You over there selling
right.
dope, you rich. But as soon as you go to sleep at night, any type of crack that you hear, you waking up, grabbing your strap. Right?
Mm-hmm. No peace,
Yeah.
y'all. No peace.
No peace. No peace.
Okay. Sirach 31, 6 and 7. Gold has been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present.
I mean, we seen it. We seen it.
Mm-hmm. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith.
Who gonna be taken therewith?
Every fool.
Every single fool. And this to say it's a stumbling block to those sacrifices. That means that you worshiping this money. You sacrificing to it, that means you worshiping it, man. For the love of it, man.
Okay. Jeremiah 17 and 13.
Finish that off.
O Yahuwah, the expectation of Israel, all who forsake you are put to shame.
And what we read earlier,
Those
it said them same ones, they gonna die in what? In shame. We read that earlier, right?
Mm-hmm. The expectation of Israel, all who forsake you are put to shame. Those who depart from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken Yahuwah, the fountain of living waters.
You see that? It say those who depart from the Most High gonna be written in the earth. If we walk in righteousness, it say the Most High, our name's gonna be written in the book of life. You see the separation right there? The wicked, their name gonna be written in the earth. Our name's gonna be written in the book of life. That's a separation, clear separation.
There was a man so wicked. Shit. Man so wicked. All right. What we going to? Isaiah 44?
Yes, sir. Dealing with them fountains of living water one time. Because it said they forsake Yahuwah, the fountain of living waters. Let's get some more witnesses on that one time.
Okay, you ready, Amel?
Yeah, I'm ready.
One time,
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
You want to say live?
Nah. I was gonna take over some of the reading for you.
Oh, okay. Unless you just want to read out.
Yeah, let y'all chill. I hear y'all. Y'all need to go drink some water, man. Y'all vocal cords getting scratched.
Okay. Can I get that Deuteronomy next then? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that's
sir.
what I want.
Okay. But now here, O Jacob, my servant, and Yisrael, whom I have chosen. Thus said Yahuwah, who made you and formed you from the womb, who helps you. Do not fear, O Jacob, my servant, and Yeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I pour water on the thirsty, right? The thirsty mean you want that, right? Some of these people ain't out here thirsty for them fountains of living waters, man. They love walking in wickedness, right?
Man, praise y'all. That brothers is thirsty in the dry land.
For sure, because the Most High say, I'm going to pour that water on you, man. The fountains of living water. I pour on the thirsty, right? And the floods on dry ground. I pour my spirit on your seed and my blessings on your offspring. That's you. The Most High, this is a prophecy that we reading right here. So whose spirit? The Most High said, I pour my spirit on your seed. That's everybody in this assembly, praise God. Right? Jump down, you jump down now? Right on.
Yeah, 7.
And who is like me? Right? That's a question right out. who is like the Most High. Let him call and declare it and lay it before me. Since I appointed the everlasting people and the events that are coming and those that do come, let them declare these to them, right? Because the Most High is giving us prophecy right now. He say, if y'all got another mighty one that y'all put before my face, let them declare these things then.
Right.
Do not fear nor be afraid. Have I not since made you hear and declared it? You are my witnesses. Is there an Elohim besides me? There is no other rock. I know not one. Come on.
Me either.
Me neither.
Me either. Ain't another one.
Ain't another one out.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Man. I was gonna be greedy and hit this Deuteronomy 32. You want it, Yamail?
Oh, you got it out.
Okay. Tell me when to jump, Shag. I know one of them, let me know.
I got it.
Give ear, O heavens, and let me speak. And hear, O earth, the words of my mouth.
Jump to 3, out.
Right? For I proclaim the name of Yahuwah. Ascribe greatness to our Elohim.
Praise Yah. And that's why the Most High made sure us coming into the truth, he delivered his name to us, right? That we ain't out here proclaiming Lord, that we ain't out here proclaiming God and all these other, what would that be, an adjective or something like that? You know what I'm saying? But we can proclaim the name of the Most High Yah. That's the difference.
Right,
say one time, say it one time. Praise Yah. All right.
For I proclaim the name of Yahuwah. Ascribe greatness to our Elohim.
Right.
The rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are right ruling, an L of truth and without unrighteousness. Righteous and straight is he.
An L of truth, Doc. Don't never get it twisted. An L of truth.
Right. Truth. A twisted and crooked generation has corrupted itself. They're blemished. They are not his children. Do you do this to Yahuwah, O foolish and unwise people? Is he not your father who brought you, who created you and established you?
Right, and that's a question, right? Because he just said that you're a crooked and twisted generation, right? You corrupted yourself. When you sin against the Most High, you corrupted yourself and corrupting your own soul, right?
Right.
And the Most High say they're blemished. They are not his children. You can't be the Most High children when you have blemishes like that, right? Because the Most High called us to be perfect. Regardless of what this world say, nobody's perfect. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's falsehood. The Most High called you to be perfect. No blemishes, man. And that's what we're working towards every day. All praises.
All praises. He made him ride in the heights of the earth, and he ate the fruit of the fields. And he made him to draw honey from the rock and oil from the flinty rock. And he made him to draw honey from the rock. You remember when they was killing the kids in Egypt, and the Most High had their hair grow, and he hid them in the bushes, in the fields, and they was drinking honey from the rock, right?
Right. Oh, that's nasty. That one just gave me
nasty. I feel that spirit right now.
I got goosebumps on that one.
I know.
I gotta show y'all these goosebumps because they major. You feel me?
Man, that's what I'm saying.
Major on my arms, major.
Yeah,
I gotta go write that one down. I gotta go mark that one together. Straight up.
Yeah.
We get it out the one. That one was nasty.
That's when he did it, dog. That's when he did it.
I forgot about that. That's why it's so nasty. I'm like, wow. That match up so perfectly, man.
And all from the flinty rock. Because you remember they had a rock in one hand? And was it a rock in both hands? What was it?
I don't know, but I feel like, man, I need that second witness right now. We might have to deal with that. I don't know if we got time. I almost want to say live or read that out. Let's just keep going. We got it. We'll mark it later. We're going to jump back to it. That's
all from the flinty rock. Herds from the cattle and milk of the flock, with fat of lamb and rams of the breed of Bashan, and rams of the breed of Bashan, and goats, with the choicest wheat. And you drank wine, the blood of grapes. But Yeshurun grew fat and kicked.
What Yeshurun do what?
Grew fat and kicked. You grew fat. You grew thick. You are covered with fat. So he forsook Elua, who made him, and scorned the rock of his deliverance.
That rock that we said that we know not another, right?
No, not another, right? They moved him to jealousy with foreign matters. With abominations, they provoked him.
That same abominations that's in that cup that woman holding, right?
They slaughtered to demons, not to Elua. Mighty ones, they did not know. New ones who came late. People got a new guy. Yeah, people got a new guide every day.
Man, what's that? That's like that Muslim stuff. That came way in like AD. That's that new stuff.
All right, your fathers did not fear.
Okay.
We got 18, right? We got one more.
Yes, sir.
You neglected the rock who brought you forth, and forgot the El who fathered you.
Forgot the Most High.
Forgot the Most High, who gave you everything you got. You forgot the Most High and put the breath in your mouth.
Right.
You know? As long as the spirit of Elohim is in my nostril. That's what Job said.
Hey, that's funny you put that. I think that's that 28. Maybe not, because I was about to put that. We about to put that one in here though. Oh, praises.
What's that?
That Job. I think after dealing with that living waters, I think we're gonna, or maybe dealing with man. We was gonna put that one in there though. Straight up. What you just
okay.
28.
28. For they are a nation lost to counsel, and there is no understanding in them. If they were wise, they would understand this. They would consider their latter end, right? Man, if they would understand this, they would consider their latter end.
Come on, that's
how
just
would one? Go ahead.
That's just a simple feat of wisdom, right? Being wise in the basic of basics is just considering your latter end. You will die. Right. The Most High will judge your soul. That's considering your latter end. That's basic wisdom, man.
Basic wisdom. Right. How will one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight? Right. How do we get into slavery like that? Unless their rock has sold them.
Right.
And Yahuwah has given them up. That's the only way.
That's the only way, That's the
only way.
Only way, for sure.
For their rock is not like our rock.
Nope.
Even our enemies are judges.
That's crazy, right? It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. Even your enemies are judges. Who has a rock that's not like your rock, right? They putting all these other mighty ones up here, man. You know, worshiping, instead of worshiping the Most High, they worshiping the Virgin Mary or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they worshiping Buddha or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no rock like ours. And we only know one.
That's all. That's all. All right, 1 Corinthians, Yamel, you ready, Yamel?
Yeah.
1 through 14, that's too much for you, out? That's too much meat, you know. I was thinking if you want me to.
Hey,
No, I got it.
hey, I was just complaining last week he ain't getting none. You feel me?
All right, let's do it. Excuse me. For I do not wish you to be ignorant, brothers, that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and all were immersed into Moshe in the cloud and in the sea, and all ate the same spiritual food, and all drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed, and the rock was Messiah.
Interesting.
So that rock that followed them was Messiah. So that put Messiah in the wilderness with the children of Israel then, huh?
Right.
Oh, praise.
However, with most of them, Elohim was not well pleased, for they were laid low in the wilderness.
Right.
And these became examples for us. Examples, right?
Right.
Yep.
So that
and we supposed to be going to the wilderness too, huh?
Right.
Right.
And these became examples for us, so that we should not lust after evil,
right,
as those indeed lusted.
And that's what they did when they was in the wilderness, lusted after evil, wanted some food to eat. I want to go back to Mizraim. At least we had this to eat. You know what I'm talking about? Lusting in the wilderness, man.
Mm-hmm. And after living in America, you can see people gonna be wanting to lust. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, huh?
Right. And then the thing is about America, when it's time to flee, there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be like, I ain't going nowhere. Babylon, Babylon where I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
And these became examples for us, so that we should not lust after evil, as those indeed lusted. And do not become idolaters, as some of them, as it has been written, the people sat down to eat and to drink, and stood up to play. Neither should we commit whoring, as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 fell.
This is an example.
One day,
right? Oh, just
one
give
day.
me the same example, man.
Yeah, one day. Neither let us try Messiah, as some of them also tried, and were destroyed by serpents.
Then the Most High sent serpents in the camp.
Yep.
Huh?
So
he's Paul sitting here telling you who the Messiah is. Go ahead,
Neither grumble, as some of them also grumbled, and were destroyed by the destroyer.
So y'all just said that Satan got to give permission. Right?
Go ahead. I got a question after you're done, sir.
Now, my question was going to be, who is the destroyer that the Most High let touch them? But go ahead with your question.
Oh, okay. So go back up to 9 real quick where it says serpents. Now, when he say the serpents right here, now is he meaning like snakes, or is he meaning men?
Then when he sends serpents in there, I will say snakes.
Well, because the word serpent, the word serpent, the definition of a serpent is a man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I go ahead and look it up. I pull it up.
Okay. Now I believe.
You know what I'm saying?
But like he used the same thing, the Nahash. He used the Nahash and the what's the name. So I believe you. I wish Adam was here, that way he can look up the definitions for us, though. It's all good.
I got it right here.
You gotta go ahead and read it.
Because it said literary, it says a very large snake, but the actual definition of it says a sly or treacherous person, especially one who exploits a position of trust in order to betray it.
Right. And
Yeah, that's a serpent. I agree with that.
Right.
I agree with that.
But in this aspect, we're using the serpent as the literary form that you just read.
A large snake.
Right. Because that's what Moshe had to put on the stick. That's why every time you see the ambulance or something that's dealing with medical something, they got a large snake on the stick. Right?
Right. The numbers, right? We're just reading that, Yamel.
Right. So this is what we're talking about. As some of them also tried and were destroyed by the serpents. If we go back and read, you said that's in Numbers out?
Yeah, it's in Numbers.
Yeah, we go back and read that in Numbers. This is what we're talking about, the literary form of serpents, not the
okay. The actual definition.
Right.
Okay. We're talking about the literary definition of it. Okay, I'm with you.
I think it's in Numbers 11.
So then back to your question then. So who was the destroyer?
Who was and is the destroyer? Satan the devil.
Facts.
Okay, let's continue. We almost done though. Go ahead, Doc.
Oh yeah, 11, right?
Yeah.
And all these came upon them as examples, and they were written as a warning to us, on whom the ends of the ages have come. Oh, we stopping now.
We're going to 14.
Oh, okay. So that he who thinks he stands, let him take heed lest he fall. No trial has overtaken you except such as is common to man.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. I'm right in the middle of it. My bad. It say no trial has overtaken you except such as common to man. And what we read when we first started reading, great travail is created for every man, right? And the heavy yoke on the sons of man from the day they go out the womb until the day they turn to the mother of all things, right? So again, no trials overtaking you except that what is common to man. Great travail. Right. That's common to man.
Going back to that 12, so that he who thinks he stands, let him take heed lest he fall. Don't put yourself in those situations. You know what I'm saying? Because the spirit of lust is all over. You know, even took some of our forefathers, right? And they took David coming out and seeing Bathsheba. So, you know, you got to just keep that in mind. Go ahead, Op.
You can start it back at 13 at the top.
Hey, you gotta take over Ice Kids tripping, man.
Okay, I got you. No trial has overtaken you except such as is common to man. And Elohim is trustworthy, who shall not allow you to be tried beyond what you are able.
Right.
But with the trial shall also make the way of escape, enabling you to bear it.
All praises, for sure.
All praises, right? Therefore, my beloved ones, flee from idolatry.
Do what?
Flee from idolatry.
Don't put no other mighty one before the face of the Most High. It's the first commandment that we read, right?
Right.
And we seeing this has been the beginning from the start of Babel. Idolatry, right? Putting other mighty ones in the face before the face of the Most High. Flee from it.
Okay.
Jump back to that. Oh, we finally back at that Isaiah 45. Let's get back to him.
Yeah. Okay. For thus says Yahuwah, creator of the heavens He is Elohim, former of the earth and its maker. He established it. He did not create it to be empty. He formed it to be inhabited.
Right.
I am Yahuwah, and there is none else.
I can say he formed it to be inhabited. That's why Mashiach
Right.
told you the meek shall inherit the earth, right?
Right, right. I have not spoken in secret, and in a dark place of the earth I have not said to the seed of Jacob, seek me in vain. I am Yahuwah, speaking righteousness, declaring matters that are straight.
Right.
Gather yourselves and come, draw near together, you who have escaped from the nations. No knowledge.
Hey, and then we want to get in depth and deal spiritually with that. Say, you who have escaped from the nations, because the Most High in the beginning told you, don't walk in the ways of the nations. But what have our people done?
Walk in the ways of the nations.
But guess what? When we came into the Most High truth, what we did, escape from the nations and walk in the ways. Praise God. That's right.
No knowledge have they who are lifting up the wood of their carved image and pray to a mighty one that does not save. Declare and bring near. Let them even take counsel together. Who has announced this from of old? Who has declared it from that time? Is it not I, Yahuwah? And there is no mighty one besides me, a righteous El and the Savior. There is none besides me. Turn to me and be saved, all you ends of the earth. For I am Yahuwah, for I am El, and there is none else.
So wait, when they say all you ends of the earth, is that just talking about Israel?
No, he talking about all the sons and daughters of Adam.
Oh, praise.
That's what we talking about.
So digging.
That's what the Most High talking about. He ain't got pleasure in no man perish. He said, turn to me and be saved, all you ends of the earth, for I am El, and there is none else. Can't nobody else save but the Most High, but the Creator. So to put your trust in man is just foolish. So we can leave it at that. I have sworn by myself. Go ahead,
I'll say what we read in Jeremiah, say, curses the man who put his trust in man.
I have sworn by myself, a word has gone out of my mouth in righteousness, and shall not return.
Right.
So that to me, every knee shall bow, every tongue swear.
Every tongue and every knee. That's being real specific, talking about this whole earth then, right?
That's talking about, hey, everybody. You know
all
what I'm saying? All flesh. Everybody got tongues and everybody got knees unless they was cut. He might glue that back on, let you still bow down to him.
Right.
One shall say, only in Yahuwah do I have righteousness and strength.
Sure.
He comes to him, and all those displeased with him shall be put to shame. In Yahuwah, all the seed of Yisrael shall be declared right and boast. Right? All the seed of Israel shall be declared right and boast.
Right. So this was going to be my question on 25. When we say all the seed of Israel, are we talking about spiritual seed or physical seed?
We talking about spiritual seed here.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I said I agree. Because it already told us in 22 that turn to me and be saved, all you ends of the earth. So we see everybody at this point, right?
Yeah, we talking about the rest of the sons and daughters of Adam. We always got to remember, we was Jacobites. Most High. You know what I'm saying? He gave us that name, Israel. That's his name. We don't got no freedoms over. We can't say who can be Israel, who can't be Israel. Only the Most High can say that's Israel right there. You know what I'm saying?
Then when we dig deep in the word Israel's meaning the upright, right?
Upright. Upright nation, right?
You didn't say the upright sons of Shem, right? Or the upright sons of Jacob. Just say the upright.
Right. Upright nation.
Right
Right.
on. Right on.
Praises. All right, Zephaniah.
Oh, we about done.
Yeah, we only got 2 more spots. All right. Zephaniah 3.
Mm-hmm. And this gonna be that difference what we was talking about earlier, right? Let's read.
It's gonna be what?
The difference in what we was talking about earlier doing Nimrod. But go ahead.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Therefore, wait for me, declares Yahuwah, until the day I rise up for plunder. For my judgment is to gather nations, to assemble rings, to pour out on them my rage and my burning wrath. For by the fire of my jealousy, all the earth shall be consumed.
The Most High just told you what his judgment literally is, right? He wants to gather all nations and assemble all reigns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I want to pour out my rage because the Most High seeing all this wickedness. Come on.
Right.
He's seeing this. He's seeing everybody that called evil good and good evil, right? He said, I want to pour out my rage on and my burning wrath, right?
Mm-hmm. For then I shall turn unto the people a clean lip,
right,
so that they all call on the name of Yahuwah to serve him with one shoulder. Right?
He read that wrong. He said, then I shall turn to Israel a clean lip. I read it right.
For then I shall turn unto all people. All people.
I was reading it wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's gonna be the same thing when all peoples went, when they heard about Nimrod fame, right? And all the people went to Babel to, you know what I'm saying, to deal with Nimrod, right? And they all spoke with one tongue, one lip, one language, right? But did they call on the Most High in one language? No, they did the opposite. So now the Most High said, guess what? I'm gonna do that again. But this time they all gonna call on the name of Yahuwah. Praise Yahweh.
Right. He said he's gonna reverse that.
Right.
All speak with the tongues of creation, right?
Praise Yah.
Okay. Last place, 1 Timothy 5:8.
And we just added this morning because the lesson took a turn, but we had to bring it back to a man's obedience determines his household. So we read this one time. Praise Yah.
All right. And if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the belief and is worse than an unbeliever. All praise to the Most High.
Praise Yah. So throughout this whole discussion, we've been seeing, man, like what we read last week, provide to your family mean bringing them the truth. You can't conceal that to yourself, right? So a wicked man can provide for his household. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be considered righteous? I don't think so, right? So when we talking about providing for his household in this aspect, we talking about spiritually providing for your household, right? Leading your household to righteousness. What you just read earlier and gave your testimony, for those who are watching me, your house is watching, man. Praise Yah, walk in righteousness. Sure.
All praise. You got to end this song for us?
Sir.
Huh?
So, no, sir. So, whatever we ended off last, pick it up.
I don't even know, but I know a good one, though.
Okay, so let's read.
Psalms 111, all right? Go on and hit it.
Yes, sir. Praise Yah. I thank Yahuwah with all my heart. In the company of the straight and of the congregation. Great are the works of Yahuwah, searched for by all who delight in them. Splendor and greatness are his work, and his righteousness stands forever. He has made his wonders to be remembered. Yahuwah shows favor and is compassionate. He has given food to those who fear him. He remembers his covenant forever. He has shown his people the power of his works, to give to them the inheritance of the nations. The works of his hands are truth and right ruling. All his orders are trustworthy. They are upheld forever and ever, performed in truth and straightness. He sent redemption to his people. He has commanded his covenant forever. Set apart and awesome is his name. The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom. All those doing them have a good understanding. His praise is standing forever. Hallelujah.
Praise. Praise.
That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all was
Nice,
smoking on that one today. Y'all was hot today. Y'all made me sweat.
That was hot.
You know?